All right, guys. It's about that time. Freaking mic is on. We're ready to go today. Today's going to be a little bit longer for Ian. His is almost 2 hours. And with what I have to say, I don't know. We'll get to it. So, first of all, congratulations to everyone who won yesterday for the members. If you go look at the community tab, all of that has been posted for you. And we'll be doing another giveaway coming into this next year. So I'm excited for Christmas, guys. It is in the single digits today. So we're almost at Christmas. Other than that, let's get started today. And yeah, appreciate you guys being here. It's good to see you.
Carlos, I do have an inquiry before we start on direct. Mr. Pawlowski, there is a exclusionary order not allowing you to listen to any court proceedings before you've testified. And this case has been streamed live as well as open to the public. So have you listened to or reviewed in any way any testimony that's occurred in the trial since it started?
No, sir.
All right. Have you talked to anyone else about their testimony?
No.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Blake, you can inquire on direct.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you please state your name and spell it for the record?
Ian Pawlowski, Ian Pawlowski.
Do you know an individual named Lori Vallow?
Yes.
How do you know her?
I met her through my wife, Melanie Pawlowski.
Do you know if she's related to Melanie Pawlowski?
She's her aunt.
Do you know an individual named Alex Cox?
Yes.
And how do you know him?
Also met through my wife, Melanie, and he is her uncle.
Do you know an individual named Chad Daybell?
Yes.
And how do you know him?
Met through Melanie, married Lori Vallow.
Do you recall approximately when you met Lori and Chad?
I believe it was the 23rd or 24th of November, 2019.
Did you meet them in person?
Yes.
Do you recall where they were located when you met them?
They were in the apartment just next to Melanie's apartment in Rexburg.
His perspective is interesting to me because of the fact that he did flip and then flip. So this is going to be interesting.
And do you recall when you first met Alex Cox?
It was the night that Melanie and I got married.
And do you recall approximately when that was?
November 30th, 2019.
So he was not present when you met Chad and Lori?
No.
At a later date, did you have a conversation with Chad and Lori over Zoom?
Yes.
Why did you have that call with them?
It was to ask their blessing in marrying Melanie.
And why did you?
I'm going to be nice today. I don't think it's worth roasting people, but you asked her aunts and her they just got married, right? So Lori married Chad in November as well. So they all got married in November. But yikes.
You want to ask their blessing in marrying her?
Because of how I understood the relationship that they had.
What did you understand about Melanie's relationship?
That's another big problem is the relationship they had. And then Melanie acts like she did not know what was going on, but how close they were that her new husband asked for their blessing over their marriage, but you're not that close.
Relationship with them?
That Melanie had a kind of a parental view on them. Chad and Lori were kind of guides and supports to her at that point in her life.
When you reached out to them on Zoom, did the call actually take place?
Yes.
Did you end up asking for their blessing?
Yes.
Did they give it to you?
Yes.
Do you recall anything else that happened during that call?
They gave me, in addition to, giving me a blessing, or saying, they approve of me marrying Melanie. They gave me a religious blessing.
Was anything strange about?
Did Chad say, "Woomba zoomba doomba dee"? Because that's about as realistic as that blessing is, brother.
The religious blessing to you?
It was unorthodox based on the LDS beliefs that I held at the time. They talked about shielding me with light, removing dark weapons from me. The fact that it did not occur in person. Typically, in LDS faith, when you receive a blessing, it's by the laying on of hands and not over Zoom.
Had you ever had a blessing like that before?
No.
Did you end up saying anything about thinking it was a little odd?
Yeah.
Did you say it to Chad and Lori at that time?
No, I said it to Melanie.
When you first met Chad and Lori on the 23rd or 24th of November, do you recall if you met Tylee Ryan at that time?
I didn't.
Did you meet JJ Vallow?
Couldn't have.
Did you ever see them anywhere around?
No.
Did Lori ever mention them to you?
No.
Did Chad make mention of them?
No.
When you had the Zoom call, where were you located?
I was at my sister's house in Arizona.
Do you know where Chad and Lori were at that time?
I didn't.
Had Melanie shared, you said you mentioned the blessing was odd
Right.
to Melanie. At any point, did Melanie share some of the beliefs she'd been taught?
Yes.
At some point, did you start hearing some of those beliefs or teachings from Chad and Lori?
Yes.
When Melanie was sharing those with you, was that prior to your marriage?
Yes. There was some that was shared prior to my marriage, and then the bulk of it was the night that we got married.
Initially, were you somewhat open to
Damn,
some of
the
the
day you get married, she just unloads this non-LDS religion cult on you that night. Happy wedding anniversary, or what's it called? Happy honeymoon.
ideas she was sharing?
Yes.
How long did you remain open to those ideas?
Until the night we got married.
What changed that night?
The weight of what she was sharing, the implications of what she was sharing, it was just hearing that she feared that Tylee and JJ may have been in danger at that time. And
You fear that because of everything you've heard, but did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And from what Melanie Gibbs said, you heard Alex say you don't want to know where they are. Okay. Because you didn't want to turn on your parents, right? Your fake parents that you have felt so close to that would throw you under the bus in half a second. Right.
the behavior that she was seeing from Chad and Lori at that time.
Did what she shared with you cause you concern?
Yes.
Did something happen that next morning to amplify your concern?
Yes. That next morning, my daughter thought it would be funny to play hide and seek. And so I got up, I was looking for her. She would not answer. It was quiet in that hotel room for about 5 minutes. I couldn't find her. And then I heard some giggling. She was behind a curtain.
Based on what was shared with you, did you have concerns for the safety of JJ and Tylee?
Yes.
Did you have concerns for other people's safety?
Yes, I did.
Who were those individuals?
My 2 children and my ex-wife.
Okay, let's stop here. This is a lot to digest. So, after hearing Melanie's beliefs and what she think happened to Tylee and JJ, Ian's immediate reaction is that he fears now for his own children's sake and his ex-wife. Okay? At that point, as we know, Charles had been taken, Tammy had been taken, Tylee had been taken. They'd already shot at Brandon, and they took Tammy. So that was what was on the table. So whatever she said that night made him fear for his own children's lives, and his ex-wife. That's what did she say? Because that's it goes along with everything else.
At some point, did you go to law enforcement with your concerns?
Yes.
Do you recall approximately when that would have been?
I believe that was December 4th or 5th.
Did you sit down with law enforcement at that time?
Yes.
Did you participate in an interview?
Yes.
Did law enforcement end up asking for your assistance?
Yes.
As part of that, did they ask you to record conversations?
Yes.
She
Did
said
they
she
instruct
must
you
have
to only
said
record-
something, bro. You don't. Let's be very realistic. You don't just say, "Yes, I'll help the cops, and I'm fearing for the lives of all these people in my family," without feeling something in your gut. Whatever she said scared him so bad that he was willing to go to the police immediately and wear a wire.
those conversations if you were present and part of the conversation?
Yes.
Did Chad and Lori ever talk to you or talk in front of you about people being light or dark?
Yes.
Do you recall specifically talk of law enforcement?
Yes.
What was shared with you in relation to law enforcement?
That there were specific detectives that had been possessed. I can't remember. There were a few different types of possession that they discussed, and I can't remember specifically what type of possession they classified. But there were a few detectives named.
Did they And at the time these conversations took place, they would have been after December 4th or 5th of 2019.
Yes.
Do you recall approximately what time period you would have had these conversations or done the recordings?
Would have been the weekend that Melanie and I went on our honeymoon to Jackson.
Bro, that's crazy timing, right? Like, you're barely married to her and you're already at that level of distrust and fearful of your own children's lives. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, I'll save that for later.
Do you recall what weekend that would have been?
It was the weekend of my birthday, so December 6th, 7th, and 8th, I believe.
During that time, was there a recording made with Lori and Chad on the call?
Yes.
Were Zulema and Alex also on the call?
Yes.
And you and Melanie?
Yes.
Do you recall learning that Alex had passed away?
Yes.
Do you recall approximately when that would have been?
I want to say that was December 10th or 11th,
Of 2019?
2019. Yes.
Do you recall making a recording that day as well?
Yes.
And on that call, do you recall Chad and Lori being on the call?
Yes.
And you and Melanie?
Yes.
When these calls were being made, had you learned whether Tylee and JJ were missing?
Yes.
And did you know they were missing at that time?
Yes.
Where were you living?
That's before we all knew. That's all before we ever knew as far as the public, because that did not come out that they were officially missing by the public. So that means that they told them they were missing, because the only time they publicly went missing is when they, on what, December 20th, by technicality, morning of that, or December 19th. Yeah. And then the cops had come to our door, so it would have been an internal thing to say they were missing. So that's even weirder if they found out they were missing before there was something public.
December of 2019.
I had an apartment just across the street from Melanie's, but I at that point, after we got married, I had moved into Melanie's apartment.
And was that in Rexburg, Idaho?
Yes.
Do you recall Chad telling you anything in relation to whether or not you should move?
Yes.
And what did he direct?
That we should leave as soon as possible. Just get away from law enforcement, basically.
When you talk about Melanie's relationship with Chad and Lori, did she look to them as a mother and father figure?
Yes.
Do you feel she was susceptible to what they were telling her?
Yes.
Overall,
Yes, she was.
Your Honor, I have what's been marked as State's Exhibit 266A. It is a thumb drive. I am going to be asking to publish it.
all right. And describe what the contents are.
The recordings that were just referenced, I think I'll need to lay some additional.
Oh, that was the worst Christmas ever. Yeah, Kelsey. That December 19th. So it's a few days before Christmas. And on Christmas Day, we drove over to her mom's. We had Christmas, and we drove around, like, out to the middle of nowhere, just because we were just driving, and I think Riley was taking a nap. She wasn't even 1 year old yet. And we sat in the car, got Sonic ice cream, and cried about what was going on. And I was crying because I was overwhelmed. Kelsey was crying because she was overwhelmed, and she was sad for me, and I was sad for our Christmas. And I was like, it was just horrible. It was horrible. And like, it was that fear of like, where are Tylee and JJ? All I could think about. That's all I could think about that entire time, especially after that press release. Just, where are Tylee and JJ? Well, maybe they're with family in Utah that we don't know about, or maybe they're here. Maybe they're here. Like, it's I don't know. It's torture. Missing family members is torture.
Foundation, and I recognize that, but it may include needing to play a portion of it to allow Mr. Pawlowski to identify it.
Okay, very well.
And if I can be handed that.
All right, Mr. Bailiff, we'll have that exhibit please return to council. And then for the limited purpose of establishing foundation, you can play a small portion without any content that would otherwise not be admissible.
Yeah.
And Mr. Pawlowski, you talked about making some recordings at the request of law enforcement. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And you talked about making one recording when you were on your honeymoon in Jackson.
Yes.
And again, do you recall when that was?
Jackson, Idaho? You went to your honeymoon in Jackson? Is that what they're talking about? Because they just said Jackson.
December 6th, I believe, or 7th that I made the recording.
And did you in fact turn those recordings over to law enforcement?
I did.
And if you were to hear a portion of what's purported to be that recording, do you think you would recognize it?
Absolutely.
So on their honeymoon, he's recording her.
Your Honor, I would ask to publish just the first portion.
You may.
So,
What's that?
so when Lucifer attacks,
And I'll stop it right there. Were you able to hear those initial voices?
Yes.
Do you recognize the female voice?
Yes, that's Melanie.
And do you recognize the male voice that was heard?
Not sure if that was Chad or Alex.
In what you heard from Melanie, do you recall this being the recording from the day we talked about?
Yes.
And Your Honor, I would move for admission of State's Exhibit 266A.
Any objection?
With the understanding, Judge, that the entire recording of 266A is included as an exhibit. If that's the case, there's no objection.
Okay. Ms. Blake, I'll admit it. I would like you, if you can, to reference the, if you have, for example, the length or duration of the call so that we can confirm that it's the entire recording being admitted.
Yes, Your Honor. The jump drive being admitted into evidence will have 87 minutes. It's the state's intent and request to publish portions of that, and I will put the time marks on the record as we publish those.
All right, that works. Thank you, Ms. Blake. So 266A is admitted in its entirety.
So Jackson, Wyoming, Jackson Hole.
And Your Honor, for the record, I'm moving to the mark 636, so 6 minutes and 36 seconds.
Thank you.
You guys heard about Dave yesterday?
no,
So she was talking to Dave. Dave said the reason he wasn't moving forward in their relationship is because he never got a confirmation on zombies. He doesn't believe she was really ordained. And when, if she was really ordained, 140,000 would be done with Peter James Brennan.
right.
So he's not.
What the hell? That's Alex. And they use the word zombies. Yeah, Lori. I know she's such a liar, but like to tell me you never ever said the word zombies when it was said so many times in our interview is just the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Not buying anything. And Gibb said, talk yourself into thinking that the only way to clear her conscience is to call the police and tell them that she knows, which is that she never had JJ. And when she asked who it was, you and I told her that she was better off not knowing.
I said that?
That's what she says.
She threw me under the bus for nothing?
Yeah.
Threw you under the bus? Threw you under the bus? Cause you fucking knew? Exactly. Exhibit A, Exhibit 4759 right here. That's it. Threw you under the bus for nothing.
We were walking in the park.
No, not just you. She was throwing everybody under
She
the
was throwing
bus.
everybody in the bus because she thought the cops were presenting the rule and that was going to clear her conscience with God. Which made, she didn't even know what anything is.
Okay,
Okay,
so,
hold on. That's Raphael.
you what?
Hold on.
They're having roundtable discussions about this. Like, this doesn't mean anything to them that JJ's dead, Tylee's dead, Tammy's dead, Charles dead. It means nothing to them. They're talking about it as, oh, Gibb threw me under the bus? Oh, man. The cuss words are going to... swear jar is going to be full by the end of this one.
Call us back. So I waited. Okay.
Lori and
Mama.
Melanie Pawlowski, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, shit. He goes, Melanie Pawlowski, are you there? And she says, yes. So we have the most clear indication who it is on the phone.
I miss you.
I miss you. No. Oh, perfect.
Did you hear your voice?
Your daddy.
We're alive.
It's your daddy? Fucking what the fuck? It's your daddy? And he goes, I'm here. Fucking Chad comes in out of nowhere. Sweet Melanie. They're psychopaths. She's crying. I miss you. I miss you. Here's daddy. Don't you have to have a child with someone to be considered daddy? Okay.
Be able to hear you when she stops sobbing.
Oh, I miss you guys.
Oh, did you lose my baby? Where is he?
I'm here. I'm in the ER tonight.
And I'm stopping at 8 minutes, 50 seconds.
Here's Daddy. I'm right here, Melanie. It's your father.
Mr. Pawlowski, we hear several people on there.
Yes.
The first man on the call, did you recognize his voice now that you
I
heard more of
haven't
it?
heard disgusting Alex's voice in so long. That was disturbing. I haven't heard his voice in a long time.
Yes,
And who was that?
that was Alex.
And we hear another female join in initially. Could you tell who that was?
That was Zulema.
And it's hard to hear, but did you hear Alex talking about Dave?
Yes,
Do you know who he was referencing?
I believe he's referencing David Warwick.
And he was talking about Dave's not buying anything.
Right.
Do you know what that was in reference to?
I believe at that time they were, Melanie Gibb and David Warwick were both kind of, I don't know how, I never met them in person, never discussed anything with them in person. I never heard them on calls, so I don't know how pulled into it they were at that time. But they were essentially trying to step away because things were starting to get a little too hot.
This is worse than I ever thought it was. Ever.
And the indication was that Dave's not buying it.
Correct.
And there was also talk of Melanie Gibb was going to go to the police.
Hold on one second.
Did you hear that?
Kelsey's here. Give me a sec. You guys stay here.
Yes,
And she was going to tell the police she never had JJ. Did you also hear that part?
yes,
Did you know what that was in relation to?
no,
And then at some point, a female says, Raphael. Do you know who that was referencing?
yes.
Pass.
And who was that?
Chad.
And then sounds like two more individuals joined the call. Could you tell who the female was?
That was Lori.
And could you tell who the man was?
That was Chad.
And there's reference to mommy and daddy.
Right.
You're all mentally ill. I'm sorry. Someone has to say it. You are all mentally ill. Badly. Like, not therapy. Like, you need some serious help. Cause what? You know what's even worse? In no way, shape, or form, by the way, I want to preface this. In no way, shape, or form am I taking anything away from Melanie Pawlowski right now. But Lori and Chad also know she wanted to have that relationship, and so they even played on top of it. But it's all manipulation. They're all just as guilty because they're all adults, and this is a 30-something-year-old woman calling her aunt and the guy she just married mommy and daddy, and she goes, here's your daddy. Here's your daddy. Lori had fucking kids. Do I need to remind you she had a daughter and a son and an adopted son and at one point 2 other stepsons? Why did she need Melanie to be her daughter? You had kids. It's not like you never had a child and then you just felt so close to your niece. That makes no sense. I'll never understand it. Anyway, before I start crashing out, Kelsey made white chocolate covered pumpkin seeds. So I'll let you know how this goes. She said it's really good.
Was that in relation to Melanie as if she were their child?
Correct. Yes,
And you talk about Melanie sobbing.
yes,
Were you present with Melanie?
I was.
Did she appear overcome with emotion?
Yeah, she was relieved to hear their voices.
Had she not heard from them in some time?
Throughout those first few weeks, they had a tendency to call in and then disappear for a few days or a week at a time.
And did you know where Chad and Lori were located when that call took place?
No.
Mr. Pawlowski, I'm sorry, would you scoot up a little
Yes,
closer
of
to your
course.
mic while you
And I
testify?
think if you put the mic just under your chin, I believe they're directional.
Okay.
Might pick you up a little better. I'm next going to move to, actually, let me try to get it there. I'm going to be starting at 9 minutes, 25 seconds.
It's really good.
Oh, I had that yesterday too.
First thing Melanie says is, you're going to throw me under the bus? They all knew what they were doing. I'm just being honest. What the hell is going on with Ian? He heard all of this, was recording it, and then what? You just to change your mind?
Yeah.
Well,
I was out yesterday. She attacked us all so bad.
it was emotional for me yesterday. Like, I just missed my kid like nuts. I was bawling in the temple, but
Your Honor, I'm going to stop it at 9 minutes, 40 seconds. There was some talk on there about some attacks, and Melanie talks about an emotional attack in relation to her kids. Do you know what's being referenced there? Was someone actually being attacked?
There were no physical attacks. What they're referencing were spiritual attacks from Satan.
Did that link back to the blessing that you were given by Chad?
Yes.
Had you heard of spiritual attacks before, like they were talking about them?
Yes.
And had you heard about them from someone besides this group?
I'd only heard from, well, these types of attacks from Melanie.
Or
Imagine being the villain, the absolute villain of villains, and then you are under attack by Satan because you are being questioned in any capacity for murdering and cheating. Imagine that. Do you want to talk about the gaslighting of the century? You want the definition of gaslighting and narcissist and every bad thing you could possibly be? Look no further. Example A, B, C, D, all the way through Z.
going to be moving to 14 minutes, 15 seconds.
It's horrible. Is he one of the bad ones?
You'd have to be stone cold.
Horrible. Is he one of the bad ones?
You'd have to be stone cold to actually wear a wire because you can't act different.
Him and Hope are the two bad ones.
I wondered if it was Lieutenant Ball. Lieutenant Ball kept bringing me food and water, and I was like, is he poisoning me? He's like, here's some fresh banana bread. And I was like, I don't know about this banana bread.
Is this shit fucking funny? This shit's funny to you? You are being asked where Tylee and JJ are. You know exactly where they are. And we're laughing about if you're going to get poisoned by the cops. Yeah. Okay.
Really good. The other ones are good.
Hope, you said?
Hope and your guy, your Motha guy. Those are the two bad ones.
Yeah, so he has all my stuff.
And stopping at 14 minutes, 44 seconds. In there, do you hear the reference that Hope and Hermosillo are the bad ones?
Yes.
Do you know where Hope and Hermosillo work?
Yes.
Where do they work?
Rexburg Police Department.
I did not know Ray was this thrown in by them. I hope Lori knows how close I am to Ray. And I hope it pisses her off every day the rest of her life.
Next, I will be going to minute mark 20 minutes, 38 seconds.
So,
What do you know about you?
just that she's not good. She's she's doubting and falling because of Dave.
Just that she's gonna go tell the police that she's like,
Yeah, and throw all this under the bus. I don't know, that makes sense. Remember, I always got that thing about her that, yeah, and I was like, so I was just mama bear claws towards you. Like, I was like, yeah, well, the Lord kept saying, like, Melanie, like, you don't trust her, but just let Lori have her, experience with
Throw
that.
you all under the bus? What's throwing you under the bus? That she didn't lie for you? This just shows how in this shit she was. That's crazy. This is insane.
And I just keep, doing what I'm doing, and it bothered me because I was like, I want to trust her because you trust her, and I kept getting something else, so it makes sense now, I guess.
it's Dave that's causing the problem.
Yeah. Well, how do you see it going, I guess?
I
Like,
mean, that is bad for her in every way, because we can't trust her anymore, because that, for one. For two, it ruins her place with us, but for three, you call the police and you tell them that you're a liar, and then you try to tell them something that's the truth, they're gonna be like, you just said you were a liar.
right,
So I don't know if I trust that at all.
right.
So you kind of shoot yourself in the foot. You call them, tell them that you lied, and then try to tell them the truth.
Right.
See how aware she is? Do not fucking tell me she is so out of her mind that she doesn't know what she's doing. This is a calculated conversation. I never want to hear that shit again from anybody. Oh, well, Lori is just delusional and this and that. She's aware enough to know what's going on, when it's going on, lying, everything. Don't ever tell me she is out of her mind, too crazy. She's not out of her mind. She's calculated. Yes, her religious beliefs are nuts. That does not mean she does not have accountability to what she was doing. Do you hear what she's saying? She's very aware.
I don't see it going anywhere bad for any of us.
And stopping at 22 minutes, 18 seconds. Mr. Pawlowski, do you hear in there again talk of Dave and Melanie?
Yes.
Do you know which Dave they're referencing?
Yeah, it's still David Warwick,
And the Melanie?
Melanie Gibb.
And did you hear in there again talk of Melanie was going to go to the police and tell him she lied?
Yes.
And do you hear Lori's responses that there's going to be 3 things for her?
Right.
One, that she's essentially lost her place with this group. Is that correct?
Yes.
One, she has all this knowledge and she may be accountable for it.
Yes.
And third, that now she's going to go tell the police the truth after lying.
Yes.
Do you know what Melanie Gibb had lied to the police about?
She had lied to the police about having, I believe it was just JJ in her possession.
And again, there's reference to Dave kind of being the problem or Melanie's falling because of Dave. Did you hear that as well?
Yes.
Your Honor, next I'm moving to 22 minutes, 45 seconds.
So Julie had said that you guys felt that maybe we should consider going to Idaho Falls for a little while, and we prayed about it and felt like, I don't know, I felt like either one will be fine. Like we're going to be okay no matter what. So I don't know if there's a
You're going to be okay no matter what, huh? Who are you praying to? Because it's not God. You know that, right?
better option or in a good option, but we kind of just felt like we're okay to stay there, like that's our home and we're making it just our place of light and it'll be protected. But is there something we need to be aware of or
My only worry was if they're still watching you.
Yeah, watching you and
yeah, well they are, and they're probably trying
What the hell did that Kermit the Frog just talk? Did you
to
hear
my
that?
phone and listening in or whatever.
Listen,
But
I couldn't even understand that.
I don't know, I felt like either one will be fine. Like we're gonna be okay no matter what.
Yeah, no, you got light all around you. There's nothing but light. You are illuminations at its finest. There's nothing but light around you.
So I don't know if there's a better option or in a good option, but we kind of just felt like we're okay to stay there, like that's our home and we're making it just our place of light and it'll be protected. But is there something we need to be aware of or
My only worry was if they're still watching you.
What do you worry for? I couldn't understand what he said.
yeah, watching you and
yeah, well they are, and they're probably tracking my phone and listening in or whatever, but I'm aware we're just doing our own thing and kind of just hanging out.
They're not tracking you. He is. You're right. They're listening right now because your husband has got a hot mic.
Together.
For a new house, or
So we're at my apartment.
that's where you're at right now?
Well, right now we're in Jackson, but we've just been sleeping at my apartment and we're putting the 30 days on his apartment. He lives literally across the street at those other apartments. So,
Dad did find a house that was really cute, $1,500 a month up there in Rexburg. That might be a good thing. Maybe you want to move.
I mean, if you guys are thinking we need to move, I kind of felt like we were fine, like kind of like pretty much what can they do? I mean,
And stopping at 24 minutes, 23 seconds. Could you, outside of you and Melanie, could you hear the other male and female on there?
Yes,
Or, excuse me, I don't think you're on there. Outside of Melanie, do you know who the other female was that was speaking?
that was Lori.
And do you know who the male was?
That was Chad.
The male. Barely.
And Chad indicated he had a worry that they were still watching Melanie.
Right.
Do you know who he was referring to?
The police, law enforcement in general.
You.
Had law enforcement talked to Melanie?
At that point, I don't believe they had.
They just said that she had to eat. She got offered banana bread by Dave Hope. Where the hell was he? He just showed up at our house. Here's some banana bread, Melanie. She got pulled in.
And had you talked to law enforcement?
Yes.
Did you know they were actively looking for JJ and Tylee?
Yes.
He could have cracked this whole thing, bro. He could have done it. He could have literally cracked the whole thing.
Moving to minute 26, second 07.
He could have stopped this months and months and months
Yeah,
before.
I don't think it's gonna keep going and going. What could they possibly do?
Well, he says he's not gonna stop until, you know, until they get what they want. So I don't know. There's some.
So you need to get out of that complex.
Okay.
Not rush out of there, but they're not gonna leave you alone. I could sense the network pretty deep, and they're gonna see you as the target since you're the only one that they really can find at the moment. For your own sake, for your own sanity, you bet.
Yeah, so defend that prior. What is your client referring to for her protection to leave there because you're the only one they can find and they're not going to stop coming for you? What is he referencing? Is it fucking Melanie Gibb, who they just, by the way, you can never say anything else because Melanie Gibb now has been told by the group that she turned and your client's on the phone. Try bringing Gibb up now.
Okay.
We know you were led there, and it worked for 2 months for us as we planned to get together, and you found Ian, and now a different phase of your life has begun.
So his kids are in Rexburg and Natalie,
I know. You don't have to move super far away.
just a different city.
Yeah.
Why are you asking him to tell you what to do? You're grown. You just wanted to have someone tell you how to live life, huh? You just needed someone to be like, yep, this is what you do. Make up your own mind. This is why you're in so deep, because you allowed someone else to tell you what you need to do. You knew you were in deep shit too.
Madison County, you know,
Well, it's in Rexburg.
I'm not saying you got to decide tonight. It's that complex went from a blessed place to a cursed place due to the
Yeah.
wickedness of the police.
So we do not expect the police to be that wicked.
Well, and if it is just gonna be a couple weeks.
They're wicked for trying to find Tylee and JJ. That makes them wicked and you're good.
Like we could do an Airbnb and just stay in Idaho Falls somewhere. I mean, Ian works there, and that's close enough to where we could go pick up the kids, and they wouldn't even know that we're not in Rexburg. But do you feel like a whole physical change of address and moving everything to a new place is what will be best?
Yeah, I know it's pain. I think they're not gonna
You know
go
what
on.
Chad just wrote on his notepad? I'm fucked. That's what he just wrote.
You're out of that city.
Like the Saints in Missouri, I just keep moving and I can't find a safe place.
Even sugar,
I can't be safe.
like, you know,
So how do you get
has this-
Aramasio to stop? Because he's not going to stop. He's so like raged with this whole thing.
He's raged. He's looking for missing kids. And you all refuse to help the police. And he would, oh, fuck all of you.
pacing, like yelling at me, like he's like, I'm not going to stop for anything. And
Hell
How
yeah.
do you-
Yes,
how do you-
get her ass. Let's go, Ray. He's not going to stop for nothing. I hope all of you are shitting your pants every moment of every single day.
you resolve that, I guess.
To get out of it, like,
Okay.
he's not going anywhere. It's like the standard story where the wicked stay in one place and the righteous flee. In this case, it's not a whole community, it's you. You and Ian fleeing out of the way of darkness. Like Lehi had to leave Jerusalem.
Lehi had to leave Jerusalem. How can you even mention the Book of Mormon? It's so stupid. None of you have half a brain.
Go on and on, let's do it every 2 weeks. Maybe get on Zillow or whatever website and just investigate a little bit.
I saw a cute little house for sale in Ashton's further from your work, so probably Idaho Falls will be the best. But isn't Rexburg like the place of safety when all things happen?
So she believed this? Even if you believed it, you know killing people doesn't match the Bible. You must have never read the Bible ever in your life. No knowledge for yourself and checking in with Pendulum Boy telling you how to live your fucking soul. Oh my gosh, I don't even know whether to laugh, cry, or just sit here with steam coming out of my ears like a cartoon character. I'm so upset. I don't even know what to say. To hear them having this conversation, just this one tip of the iceberg conversation, knowing that this is how they did this at a round table, and this is how they thought, oh, I'll just find a cute little house down the road. No one's going to know anything. When it all goes bad, we're all going to be in Rexburg. Everybody's safe and good. Like, you have murdered children, murdered spouses, bodies everywhere, and you couldn't care less. It's cold. It's the coldest, most sociopath to psychopath stuff I've ever seen.
Yeah, but there's been lots of prophecies about major turmoil there. The plague's going to sweep through Rexburg. Civil unrest. I had a vision of second east where McDonald's is and everything. Just chaos. People starving, fighting. So there is.
Well, good thing there's a McDonald's on the corner, right? They'll be fine. They're not going to be hurt because it's right on the corner with McDonald's.
A stretch of bad time coming to Rexburg before City of Light. So we had to kind of pave the way, and we were told to flee.
Mostly because of
You had to flee. You had to get out. You had to go to Hawaii. That's the safest place you could go is Hawaii. Yeah, God wanted you right there in Princeville. What a hard life you two have.
it's because of agency, right? We were all told to go there, and that was where we were supposed to stay. And because of the agency of the dark, and because Lucifer is able to negotiate terms.
Wait, hold on. You put Lucifer in a box in Antarctica. How the fuck did he get out? He just busted out, right? He's a strong guy. You got to keep doing it.
Still to this day, about eternal law, he's been allowed to do certain things that had to force us out with the police. We had no idea the police were infiltrated with such dark people in Rexburg itself proper. So,
Not in the place of light. Not the bad. I can't believe Rexburg got infiltrated. After all that absolute, just all that light, how'd the dark get in? It's the Dementors. It's everything.
Makes sense in retrospect, but you don't think that immediately that little Rexburg would be planted with Cain's translated followers, but that's
Cain's translated followers. Cain. We're talking about Cain and Abel now from the Bible.
because of so many light multi-creations being there, and of course the dark ones are there too. So opposition in all things. So we just feel like it's time to, just because of the situation, not be there for a season.
Yeah.
You don't have to go far, but just get out of their line of sight.
Yeah, just move one street over. That will help you. Just get out of that city because you just don't want to be. You don't want Cain's followers coming. You don't want Demon Ray coming.
For your own sanity, and for Ian to be able to go to work and feel like you're okay there by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels that way. It just feels kind of eerie when Ian's not there. I just don't want to be there by myself.
Right. I mean, you've done everything to decorate that place so cute, do everything so adorable, but
I'm just looking on Idaho Falls rentals on Shulia, and there's several that are just as good as your apartment there. Little houses, decent sized houses,
yeah, that was really
for about the same price.
Yeah, just get the same price house. Little cute houses. Yep. Small like my dick.
that's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go wherever. I'll live in a dumpster with Ian. He's so amazing. So
He's fucking recording you. He's about to flip on you quicker than a hurry.
But Idaho Falls is pretty good price in terms of rentals, especially this time of year. You should be able to find a nice one.
okay.
I hate to say that, but it's astounding me that you need to get out of that city.
Okay.
You did great, babe. You did great with
Oh, we love
So proud of you.
so amazing.
Yeah.
You have kids too. Why are you obsessed with Melanie? Yes, Ian is recording this. The reason we have this is because Ian is mic'd up. This is how we have this. He was flipping on her. She goes, I'd live in a dumpster with him as he's hot mic'd.
For you.
He wanted to know who I went to Arizona with, so I just I drove with Ian, and Yeah, I mean,
Are we stopping at 33 minutes, 26 seconds? And looking at the clock, I'm assuming the court would like to break for lunch.
Yeah, I think that
Can
would
we go
be
to
an
lunch?
ideal
Thank
time to
you.
do that if we can, Ms. Blake. Okay, we'll go ahead and take our lunch recess. We will return back at 1 o'clock.
All right, please.
All right, Mr. Pawlowski's returned to the stand. I'll remind you, Mr. Pawlowski, you are still under oath, and I am going to inquire simply because of the order of witnesses here, and we did have the lunch break. Did you discuss your testimony or anybody else's testimony about the trial while you were on the lunch break?
I did not.
Okay, thank you. You can continue, Ms. Blake.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Pawlowski, right before we broke for lunch, we'd listened to a little bit of a lengthier clip of that recording. Do you recall that?
You're gonna have to refresh me a little bit.
Do you recall in that clip do you recall hearing Chad on that?
Yes.
And do you recall hearing Lori?
Yes.
And do you recall there being talk of you and Lori needing to move?
Melanie and I?
Or, excuse me, yes, Melanie and you needing to move.
Yes.
And did Lori talk about that?
Yes.
And did Chad talk about that?
Yes.
Yes, we all heard it.
And do you recall there being talk of Melanie feeling like she was having to flee?
Yes.
And do you recall
And it's so weird because there's such an obsession with the first book of. I'm rusty on LDS lore, so please don't get offended if I butcher this. But the first book in the Book of Mormon is the Nephi story. I'm 95% sure that that's where that whole idea of cutting Laban's head off came from, which is part of the Book of Mormon, and then the fleeing part and all that stuff. That's a lot of what they reference. There's a lot of just the first book of Mormon story, which is the Nephi story, referenced by this group. Just very, like, you know, Alex being that angel is in the book of Nephi, or that first book of Nephi, and then all the references of fleeing and all that stuff. A lot of this is just from the first book. So it's like they didn't make it very far into the Book of Mormon. So let's just reference the first few chapters of it.
Lori responding and basically saying that she and Chad were fleeing because of agency?
Judge, I'm going to object at this point. We're leading the witness.
Sustained.
And Your Honor, I can replay the audio clip
I don't mean to be rude when I say LDS lore. I just don't know how else to say it.
if we want to do that.
You can.
Okay, thank you. Your Honor, I'll be starting it from 26 minutes and 7 seconds.
Very well.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna keep going and going. What could they possibly do?
well, he says he's not gonna stop until they get what they want. So I don't know. There's some.
So you need to get out of that complex. Not rush out of there, but
We went back a little too far.
they're not gonna leave you alone. I just sense the network
Appreciate you, Mary. Thank you.
pretty deep, and they're gonna see you as the target since you're the only one that they really can find at the moment. For your own sake, for your own sanity, you bet. We know you were left there, and it worked for 2 months for us as we planned and got together, and you found Ian, and now a different phase of your life has begun.
So his kids are in Rexburg and Natalie,
I know. You don't have to move super far away.
just a different city.
Madison County, probably.
Well, it's in
I'm
Rexburg.
not saying you got to decide tonight, but the tech complex went from a blessed place to a cursed place due to the
Yeah.
wickedness of the police.
I'm gonna go a little bit
So
further.
you not expect the police to be that
I'm
wicked?
gonna go
How
fast.
do you resolve that? I guess.
Okay, here we go.
He's not going anywhere. It's like the standard story where the
I just don't want to listen to what we just heard.
Okay.
he's not going anywhere. It's like the standard story where the wicked stay in one place and the righteous flee. In this case, it's not a whole community; it's you. You and him fleeing out of the way of darkness, like Lehi had to leave Jerusalem. I wasn't expecting it to go on and on. You have to move every 2 weeks.
So funny.
Maybe get on Zillow and whatever website and just investigate a little bit.
I saw a cute little house for sale in Ashton's further from your work. So probably.
We're like going
Did you hear
backwards.
reference to Melanie essentially being a target for the police?
Yes.
So Chad and Lori were aware the police were trying to talk to Melanie?
Yes.
At any point in this recording, did Chad and Lori offer to come forward with the whereabouts of the children?
We can say that prior. They knew exactly
Do you
what
recall
they're
in
doing.
here Chad again telling you and Melanie that you should move out of Rexburg?
Yes.
Do you recall Melanie asking how she gets Detective Hermosillo to stop?
Yes.
Do you recall Chad's response?
Yes.
What was that?
Get away.
Do you recall him saying essentially, you get out of his way?
Yeah, just leave Rexburg.
Did Chad or Lori at any point encourage Melanie to cooperate with the police?
No.
I'm going to continue playing.
How do you think you're righteous? They'll never ever run a time in my mind where I can sit here and even understand how they believe that about themselves.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
supposed
the
to
way
work.
it's working.
Do you not know that even if you were righteous in God's eyes, your righteousness is as dirty rags? That's not the point. You have to lean on Jesus, and they just don't even know anything about the basis of why Jesus even came to the earth. That's just so simple.
But isn't Rexburg like the place of safety when all the things
Thank you,
happen?
Beth.
Yeah, but there's been lots of prophecies about major turmoil there. The plague's going to sweep through Rexburg. Civil unrest. I had a vision of second east where McDonald's is and everything. Just chaos.
Okay, we're
People
really
starving, fighting.
rewound
So
here.
To where they were.
Did we?
Because of it's because of agency, right?
We heard
We're
all
all
of
told
this.
Reference Cain's translated
There
followers.
we go.
Yes.
Did you know what he meant by those words?
Not sure if I learned it before or after that point, but essentially that Cain had his own 12 dark disciples, immortal disciples.
And was Chad referencing those individuals as part of the police
Where
department?
was that in the Bible? Where did you get that from?
Judge, objection. Calls for speculation.
Overruled.
makes
It's
sense.
because of so many like multi-creations being there. And of course, the dark ones are there too. So, opposition in all things. So, we just feel like it's time to, just because of the situation, not be there for a season.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you'll have
just.
pretty good price in terms of rentals, especially this time of year. You should be able to find a nice one.
I'll stop there at 32 minutes, 51 seconds. Did you hear Chad referencing some possible rentals for you and Melanie to consider?
Yes.
So, as well as encouraging you to move, he was suggesting potential places.
Correct.
Watch me disappear real quick.
And we talked before about your observations of Melanie's relationship with Chad and Lori.
Yes,
Would you say that she would turn to them for advice?
absolutely.
I'm going to play starting at 34:57.
I know, Dad, you were saying to get some money out just so Natalie couldn't like come after finding out I had money and try to get more child support or whatever. So I went and got 50,000 out, and this banker came up.
Stopping at 35:11. Did you hear Melanie in that recording?
Yes.
When she says dad, do you know who she was talking to?
He's referring to Chad.
And starting at 35:58.
How grateful we are.
We know.
We love him taking care of you. That's so sweet.
Mel, do you need another blessing?
Yeah, can you give me and Ian like a combined blessing, whatever comes for either of us? Do you have any questions you want to ask?
You have any questions? As he's on the hot mic. You have any questions? Nope. I'm cool. You guys just need a blessing? Yeah, just combine it. Just throw it in there. Yeah, just bless us. Whatever you think is coming, just bless us. What gives Alex authority to bless you or Chad authority to bless you? Insane.
You can ask anything.
Sure.
We don't know what Ian knows. So you're
Ian knows everything. I have not. Ian has figured out most stuff by himself, but he.
And stopping at 36:29. Did you hear the reference in there to you know everything?
Yes.
Do you know what Melanie was referring to?
The religious beliefs, kind of their mission that they had chosen, what they believed their role was in the world.
Did you learn things about light and dark?
Yes.
Did you learn things about casting?
Yes.
Did you learn things about people being zombies?
Yes.
And did you learn, was Melanie the one that shared those with you?
Yes.
Do you know where they originated?
Chad.
There was talk in there of giving you a blessing.
Yeah.
Do you recall if Chad actually followed through with that?
I believe he did. Yes. I think everybody took part in it.
And again, we talked before about a blessing you received over Zoom.
Mhm.
For this blessing, you were not present in the same place.
No.
So was this out of the ordinary with what you would expect within the LDS faith?
On this current recording?
Yes.
Yes.
And starting at 3906.
Here we go.
We go to Mel and Ian in Jackson and invite all those others
Raeliel and Ilana.
to join us and all others in the heavenly realm that are willing to participate at this time. Come jump in, baby. So we all lay our hands on your head. This will be a dual blessing.
You can't lay your hands on their head. You're not there.
Gave Zulema and Al blessings yesterday, and the angels filled the room, and I feel that the same numbers are there again. Same wonderful helpers, angelic ministers are there,
How many? You said the same number. How many?
happily joining in on this blessing. So at this time, I say to you, Ian and Melanie Pawlowski, by the power of the Holy Melchizedek priesthood.
By the way, make sure you always say the full name because Jesus doesn't know who you're referencing.
The patriarchal order of which we are a part of, and in the name of our Savior Jesus Christ, we lay our hands upon your head in a
Your
united
hands aren't on anybody's head.
effort of happiness for your union, and how vital it is to the overall plan of our Lord and Savior in these latter days. You are a powerful couple with unlimited potential, and you'll be utilized by the Lord in tremendous missions of life and salvation, where you'll team with Mother Earth to help
Mother Earth? You're going to team up with Mother Earth? Okay.
cleanse the earth at times through earthquakes, moving mountains, changing rivers, but also healing hearts of mankind through your powerful testimonies. Trials you're going through right now are events that you'll be able to share with others who are experiencing trials in the future. You'll be able to relate to them and understand what they've been through, the persecutions that they've faced by supposed Christians, and you will make it so much easier for them to transition to accepting the gospel. I see you both all over the world through portals.
You can't be this dumb. I can't. Listen to this. This is so stupid. How do you just mix the LDS religion and this together and just not question it? At least Ian questioned it because it's like, hey, this doesn't make sense.
Helping those who need to come to Zion. I see you back and forth, raising your children, but also leaving them in the care of trusted family members because of your great power and importance. You will spend days and weeks at a time helping bring groups to Zion. Those are wonderful promises, and I know they will come true.
You've never read your Bible once.
I bless you now on a more personal level. Melanie, you can quickly heal from your illness. That the combined group will use their healing power to strengthen you and bless you.
Everybody put your power together in a circle. We will heal Melanie Pawlowski.
We reach into your physical body and extract any spiritual or physical illnesses, pain, phobias, all kinds of possible darkness that has been implanted in you. I remove it all. I sever all.
I just remove it. Get it out. Don't come here, darkness. I remove it right now. My power.
Negative cords, and this blessing includes the end that we are doing this for you as well, Ian. Severing all negative cords and clearing you of weapons and lifting curses that maybe have been placed upon you. Mel, I just cleanse you of that darkness that was placed in you at the police station. Once again, we just thank you for your valiant way, your strong, resolute devotion.
As long as you are on their side, you're a good person and you're safe. You're saved. If you follow their cult, you're saved. But if you go against it,
Gospel and to our team, what you've accomplished this week will resonate with you throughout your life and through the eternities, the blessings that you'll receive for your faithfulness.
Lying to the police about not knowing where your cousin, your first cousins are, is going to just radiate through all of time and eternity.
And for taking the steps you have. I bless you now by binding your hearts together more than ever, literally wrapping around each other and putting cords of light around them, that you cannot be separated spiritually, and that even at times where you're apart, in the physical world, you'll still feel that connection and unity. You are a special couple who have known each other in the past and have helped each other so much already. And your union will be looked upon as a true love story.
What? A true love story? Are we writing books?
Happiness and how to treat one another will be an example to thousands and even millions of how a man and a woman should respect and love each other. I bless your union and know that the Savior is standing there with us.
There are multiple adults on the phone. Alex is there with his head bowed with his wife. Melanie's head is bowed. Ian's recording, and Lori and Chad are all bowed heads listening to this stupid shit.
And he is very pleased, very, very pleased with your choices. They might not make sense to the celestial world, but in the terrestrial and celestial world, they make perfect sense. And for your valiant efforts, you will be memorialized, and they're singing praises in heaven. I see it. Choir of thousands, like they make up the songs as they go, like Lolo does. But they're pleasing you to right now.
This can't be real. I'm going crazy. There's no way this man convinced one person that this was real life. Are you can't. I can't. I'm going to leave. I'm going to walk away. It's not even wrap my head around it. I genuinely cannot believe that this is happening. And you followed this man enough to get to a point where you were willing to do the things you did, lie to the police, kill people. This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. I don't even know what they're saying. La-di-da-di-da, up in heaven. The fire singers, thousands of fire singers singing whatever comes to their mind. Listen to this bar right here. Listen to what he says.
Very, very pleased with your choices. They might not make sense to the celestial world, but in the terrestrial and celestial world, they make perfect sense. And for your valiant efforts, you will be memorialized, and they're singing praises in heaven. I see it. Choir of thousands, like they make up the songs as they go, like Lolo does.
Like Lolo does. That's what he's saying. So the angels are freestyling praises of Melanie Pawlowski for lying to the cops. What? What?
Me too, right now, and just singing to the heavens for what you've accomplished. And if you want to include Alan's dilemma in this blessing again, just what a tremendous friendship we formed. 6 of us are on the right track.
And we're the 6 best friends that anyone could have.
I assure you of that. I give you my testimony that this is a power team.
A power. All right. I'm out. Okay. I'm going crazy. I'm not playing right now. I'm going crazy. This is so stupid. This might be the dumbest thing I've ever dealt with. I've never heard something stupider in my life. These people are so evil, and then they just let this dude just say anything in the world, and you just go with it. And they're singing 1,000 fire singers up in heaven. I see it as we speak. They're all freestyling just praises of Melanie for all eternity. And let's add Alex and Zumi Let's get zoomy in here. You power couple, 6 of us. Yeah, 6 is the devil's number.
The genesis of the 144,000. We don't say that boastfully. It just
No,
is.
you're not boastful. You keep it humble. You're a meek man. You're Meek Mill. That's what you are.
The beginning of a new terrestrial order. And Ian, we're so grateful you're a part of it. We love you already so much.
He is freaking recording you.
We miss you and can't wait to see you again. And we will see each other again soon. It feels like we're going into different corners of the world for a short time. But the changes are coming quickly to the earth that will allow us to reunite and not be under the pressure of the celestial police forces, that they will have greater problems to deal with, and even those that are pursuing us may have their lives efforts. And that will open up the way for us to use our powers fully.
I would do anything to know what Rob and Lindsay are thinking.
And to continue to cleanse the earth and to bless it. Mother Earth loves each one of us and knows us.
Who's Mother Earth? I'm not opposed to calling Earth Mother Earth, but I didn't know Mother Earth was a person.
Helping her remove darkness from this world. I promise you a home in New Jerusalem. All of us will each have homes there. That will be our home base as we work under the direction of the Savior. And we'll have wonderful reunions there in between our missions. It will be a glorious place where the vibrations will just radiate constantly. We'll feel the love of the Lord tangibly. We will be beacons of light. We will be pillars of fire.
This is on 1.25. Can I just take it back to normal? Listen to how slow this is going. This is normal. Ready?
Blessings that have begun for us will just continue to accelerate.
We're on 1.25. He hasn't shut up yet.
I bless all of us one more time with physical strength, spiritual devotion, and emotional stability as we face these small but trying times.
Small?
The trials are real, but we will overcome them. And the Lord is watching over us. And I leave this blessing upon us all in the name of Jesus Christ and fill it up unto heaven. Amen.
Wow. I'm so moved by that. I bet they're all crying.
Mr. Pawlowski, did you hear talk in there of portals?
Yes.
Do you know what was being referenced?
My understanding is at the time, well, now is, and at the time was that upon reaching a certain ability or level of spiritual worthiness and strength, you could open up a portal and step through it and land anywhere you saw fit.
Is that something that you had ever learned about before in religious teachings?
Not in that context, no.
What
And
context?
then there was talk
Hold on.
cords
When had he ever heard about portals? Ever?
as well, cutting cords. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Do you know what was meant by reference to cords?
My understanding is cords kind of act as anchors to negative things or positive things, things that tie you to a negative force or a positive force.
So they're literally
that-
talking about vibrations and chords like music.
Something that you'd heard about before in a religious context?
No.
And then there was reference to removing spiritual weapons. Do you know what was meant by that?
That they were similar to cords was my understanding, that there's something that could bind itself to you basically and wound you spiritually.
Had you ever heard of that type of teaching in a religious setting before?
No.
Did you hear in there or recall talk of the 144,000?
Yes.
And do you know what Chad's role was with the 144,000 or what he claimed it to be?
144,000 would be the group of individuals that would bring in the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Do you know if Chad and Lori designated themselves the leaders of that group?
It seemed that way, yes.
And do you recall again reference to the darkness in the police?
Yes.
I think he made reference to the telestial police force.
Yes.
Do you know what would have been
I'm
meant
gonna
by the
call Ray
telestial?
the lieutenant of the telestial police force. I'm gonna text him.
So in traditional LDS faith, there are 3 kingdoms that you would pass into after judgment: the celestial, the terrestrial, and telestial. So telestial is basically the earth that we live on now. Terrestrial is a step beyond that. Celestial is, the fullness of glory.
So the telestial police would reference the police here on Earth.
Correct.
And do you recall in there, Chad indicating that they would have greater things to deal with eventually?
Yes.
And then a reference that it would open the way for us to use our powers.
I just texted Ray and said, "You're the LT of the telestial police force."
Yes.
And then do you recall Chad saying that they could continue to cleanse the earth?
Yes.
Do you know what they intended to cleanse the earth of?
Not specifically. There were, things that Melanie had shared. She was worried
He
about.
says, "Is that what someone said?"
There were discussions of earthquakes that could happen to, tear down. There was one that was talked about that was going to happen in Utah, and at that point, anybody who was wounded or weakened would be possessed, and you'd have to cleanse those people or cast out, whatever possessed them. Casting out wickedness, spreading the gospel, that sort of thing.
So the people that would be cleansed or cast out would be those that were possessed?
Correct.
So those labeled dark?
Correct.
He's not a fan.
And turning to 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 39 seconds.
I don't think
Serena?
so, but she could.
It's just sad for Gib.
We worked on Gib spiritually, healing her and helping her and cutting her cords from Dave all day.
Yeah, I worked on her
last night.
today too, just sending her lots of love to cast out all this fear that's inside her.
That's
What are you working on? What does that even mean? Okay, so here's what you believe as a Christian, and I'm not going to speak for LDS, the LDS religion, but from what I understand, the only thing you can really do is pray for people, or that's about it. I mean, everything is done through the Holy Spirit. So working on her, what is I genuinely don't even know. I don't even know what that means, because what they meant for working on people for the other one was them actually doing the seances. Was, I think, prior, I'm glad he says it, because it's
It
seance.
was all fear. It's all celestial fear. And I needed to remind her, and I didn't get to talk to her, but I needed to remind her, like I did when she was getting divorced, you are not a celestial being anymore. So don't go to the celestial world. So that's what she's doing and Dave's talking her into doing it. So I need to remind her, she's a terrestrial being. Dave is not.
A terrestrial. So now she's a mid-kingdom being. Just for you guys who don't understand, LDS religion believes in 3 heavens by degree of glory. Celestial is the top. It's where God and Jesus and everybody is, and that's more like more like Valiant, or like people who really live their lives correctly and like are just like I don't want to butcher it because I don't want to be disrespectful to people, but basically it's like the prophets and like certain people, like you try to live a celestial life. Telestial would be like mid kind of like righteousness, and then terrestrial and telestial. I don't remember which one's which, but there's one of those 2 things. But basically the 3rd kingdom is different than the 2nd to the 1st one, and far as degrees of glory for where you make it when you are gone, if that makes sense. I probably butchered that, but that's what they're referencing, because I'm sure if you don't know anything about the LDS church, this would make absolutely 0 sense. But they're basically referencing that now they're no longer even 3rd kingdom beings anymore. They're now the 2nd kingdom, and I'm sure Lori and Chad think that they are celestial, which doesn't make sense because it's for afterlife anyway. But
And it's not gonna be.
And it's not going to be at this rate. It's not going to be. So sad. I wanted that for her, but I love her so much. It's such a doll.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't think she's going to do it. She's down to, what's her percentage now? 10% that she might do it.
That's good.
I think she wrote it down, and after she wrote it down, she doesn't really want to do it.
what?
So I don't think she did it, but it's down to 10% that she's going to do it.
We want to know our.
I'm going to stop at 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 55 seconds. Again, in there's talk of a Dave and Gib. Do you know who those individuals are?
Yes, David Warwick and Melanie Gibb.
And there's talk of Lori telling Melanie that she needs to get over just has telestial fear. So again, would that be referencing earthly fear?
Correct.
And then she
Telestial's third
references
kingdom.
that Melanie's not a telestial being anymore. She's now a terrestrial being.
Correct.
Do you know what's being indicated there?
That she either she'd gone through the process of translation or she was going through it.
What translate you? A bite from Edward Cullen? What makes you transition from human being to a telestial, terrestrial, or that's for after death? What, there's an obsession with like living forever or having this perfect body or this and that. If you are no longer in need of sleep or anything, stay up for a week. Let's see how you think. Let's stop feeding you and see if you pass away. It's so stupid to believe that you're no longer human.
And there was reference as well to cutting cords from Dave. Do you recall hearing that?
Yes.
And again, you described you could be attached to something positive or negative.
Correct.
If it was negative, is that when you'd want to cut the cords?
Yes.
So the indication would be Lori viewed Dave as negative.
Correct.
And you mentioned translation.
Yeah.
Had you heard of translation before?
Yes.
Had you ever heard of it in the way that Chad and Lori were teaching it?
It sounded similar. I had heard of it in scripture. You talk about the city of Enoch being translated, taken up into heaven, that sort of thing. But I had never heard of it in the exact context that they were talking about.
It got taken to heaven. That's the point. It didn't just translate and then leave. Even in the Bible, Jesus translates for like a little short period and then goes back. But Jesus was here to have a human experience. So if you believe in Jesus, it still wouldn't make sense because Jesus himself was a human being.
And turning to the 1 hour, 23 minute and 29 second mark.
Walking all the time.
Well, I gotta do. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. I quit up and not one dollar. Yeah, Al, you know better.
Al, you know better. What did Al
And
say?
stopping at 120.
Because I didn't hear
I had heard of it
word Alex
in
just
scripture. You talk about the city of Enoch being translated, taken up into heaven, that sort of thing. But I had never heard of it in the exact context that they were talking about.
So
And
there's a
turning to the
city,
1
and
hour,
I
20
genuinely don't remember what this is. So this is very, very rough cut for you guys. But I think there's a reference to a book in the Bible that was there or some reference to it. But basically there was a city that supposedly was taken up into heaven as an entire city. So I don't know if that actually physically means the book or that the city physically went up, or if God took the people of it. I don't remember, to be honest with you, but that's just a reference to a biblical point of the city of Enoch being taken up into heaven.
3 minute and 29 second mark.
Walking all the time.
Well, I gotta do. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. I quit up and not one dollar.
What the hell did he say? That wasn't even English. It sounded like a freaking minion.
Yeah, Al, you know better.
And stopping at 1 hour, 23 minutes and 41 seconds. Did you hear Al on there indicating there's nothing left to do in Rexburg?
Yes.
And did you hear someone respond, yeah, Al, you know better?
Yeah.
Do you know who responded that?
Sounds like Chad.
At the time this call was placed, do you know if Alex was still living in Rexburg?
He had left Rexburg at the time this call had been placed.
Do you know if he still had an apartment there,
He did.
but he was not residing there?
Correct.
And Your Honor, we can go off of casting for a moment in the HDMI.
Okay.
And excuse me, Mr. Pawlowski, I'd ask you about another recording that was made the day Alex passed away. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And do you believe if you were to hear some of that recording that you would be able to recognize it?
Absolutely.
Your Honor, I have what's been marked as states 266B. My intent would be to ask to publish a portion of it for to allow him to lay the foundation.
All right, for that limited purpose, you can publish just enough to lay foundation.
I remember you getting it.
And Mr. Pawlowski, could you hear a couple women on there?
Yes.
Are you able to recognize who they were?
That was Melanie, who was present in the room, and then Lori was on the phone.
And do you recognize this
They were laughing the day that Alex died?
recording?
Yes.
And is it the recording that you made approximately December 11th of 2019?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would move for admission the state's exhibit.
266B, have you had a chance to review that, Mr. Pryor?
I have reviewed that, Judge, but I'm going to ask that we're going to be admitting that we admitted it in its entirety, please.
And the state's intent would be to admit the entirety. I have it as 56 minutes is what will be admitted, and the state would intend to simply publish portions today.
Okay, well, exhibit 266B is admitted, and as you did in the previous exhibit, Ms. Blake referenced the portions that are being published, so the record acknowledges that. And with that, you may proceed.
And Mr. Pawlowski, do you know if Melanie was close with Alex Cox?
Yes.
Was she upset by his passing?
Yes.
And this recording is made the same day that she learned of his passing?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm moving to minute 6. Well, 6:40 is the timestamp.
I mean, it's sad. Like, so what do you believe in anymore, Mel? It's nothing. Like, you know, it's just sad for her.
It's so sad for her, like,
But
she gets in a break from it.
I kind of had a glimpse of that today because I was like, what's going to happen with that? And she was like, did you know Lori said that she felt inspired to say that I had JJ? And I was like, yeah, you were inspired to say that because look what's happened. Like, and I don't know.
I was inspired to say that. I have to work research, so I was like, I don't want to say that.
Is that funny?
Yeah. Yeah, everything has happened how it's supposed to, I feel like, and it's just sad for her. But I had a glimpse of her, like she's just doing this because she wants Dave so much, and Dave is totally deceived her. And I had a glimpse of her, like when everything goes down, and it's like us standing together, like she will feel like we'll just embrace her with love, but she'll come around finally.
And stopping at
What do you
8.
think is gonna happen? Like you're gonna be standing there with like at the end of Infinity War through your portals, and everyone's just gonna be together, and you're just gonna embrace Melanie Gibb at the end of all things. Like you guys are just this special group of people. It's just so weird. What are you seeing? Like it's just all like you're not even on drugs. It's even weirder that you're not taking something, or like all of you are like having a trip or something. This is all sober minded.
Minutes even. Mr. Pawlowski, again, we hear talk of a Melanie and Dave. And Dave, do you know which Melanie and Dave that's referring to?
Yeah. Melanie Gibb and David Warwick.
And mark being 8:44.
It's been a huge part of our life to talk to them every night.
Yeah.
They're like our only friends. You guys are all
I know. I called him every day. Every day, I just, even if we talked about nothing, I just need to talk to him and report to him and tell him everything.
And stopping at
Who the
9:05.
fuck are you sending a report to Alex Cox as if he was your lieutenant? He's an idiot. What did you report? Oh, I was sitting in my room and I did this work. I did so much work today. I've been so busy today. I sat in my room all day with my eyes wide open, going through portals and just fucking around.
Did you hear Lori in there referencing someone that we talk to every night?
Yes.
Do you know who that reference is in regards to?
I believe at that time they were referencing God.
And going to 9:18.
Do you know my other phone? Is it being tracked or recorded or listened to? My 480 number?
Showing you that. Yes, we're getting yes.
Okay, so.
You're getting yes. Who's telling you this stuff?
You know, basically, and make sure there's phone calls, so.
So I've got a line for my. Is that Westwood?
Yeah.
Let me give you a blessing. I'll join us.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, Ian's gonna join too. Go on, Ray.
Don't ever, ever, ever tell me Melody didn't know everything that was going on. Don't ever tell me that.
I'm going to pause here briefly at 10 minutes even. Did you hear in there Melanie inquiring if her phone was being tracked?
Yes,
And what was the response from Lori?
that they were getting yes.
Was it common for Melanie to turn to Chad and Lori for answers?
Yes.
Not Ray coming in here saying my sources tell me maybe. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, no, you're screwed. You are screwed. That's what we're getting. You're being tracked on one phone. But sign into your Google on your burner phone. You're fine.
And Judge, might I inquire, is the volume all the way up on the courtroom speakers?
We'll check as it is difficult to hear.
I'm seeing a nod yes. I think this one's just a little more difficult to hear. I
Okay.
just wanted to verify. Continuing on at the 10-minute mark.
I want to know what the device that Ian is using to record is. Is it a literal wire? Like is he mic'd up to the collar? Is he using his phone? I'm like wondering what he's using.
The house. Any darkness or booby traps or time bombs that might affect you.
Is this a blessing again? Man, gosh dang it. Stop blessing. Oh my gosh, these 50-minute blessings.
In the house, you put sheets of light around all sides and we protect you above and below. Close all dark portals that are nearby. You can feel protected. The dark side can be kept at bay.
The dark side.
So this time, Melanie Pawlowski, by the power of the Holy Melchizedek priesthood and the patriarchal order, in the name of Jesus Christ, we lay our hands upon your head. And
You're
bind
not
many
laying your hands.
others to come. Oh boy.
You guys don't sound sad at all. I thought Alex was your literal go-to guy for all of your sick, twisted, demented things you were all into and wanted to do. Alex was that person. So what's funny now? You can't do it yourself. You won't do it yourself. So what's funny?
Thrown right out of the way. No, I'd like that.
You guys are fucking psycho. You know that? I'm going to say it. You are all like seriously either sociopaths or something to that degree. Because this is insane. This is multiple deaths. And now, even though you don't care about anybody else, you lost one of the main people in your group that you have called to report to, Lieutenant Loser. He's gone. So now this is you're laughing during the blessing.
Right there. We love you, Al. So grateful for you.
We love you, bud.
But, dear Mel, we bless you now with strength and power. You've been so courageous and valiant, faithful, and such a true friend. Always. Wonderful person.
You've known her for like a couple months, dog.
This time, I include Ian in the blessing as well by removing any weapons or curses or negative cords that are attached to either one of you. Just sever them all and turn those curses to whoever sent them and destroy the weapons that you can feel powerful. We fill you with light and love. Strength is our healing solution. Pour that into your body so that every bit of you, every cell can be rejuvenated and feel that strength. We bind your hearts together.
Here he goes.
You are an amazing pair. Love you both so much. Bless you with
Who's crying? Is it
confidence in the
Melanie?
Lord. You are moving forward, both of you, so well. Jesus is with us.
No, he's not.
We are being guided and instructed. And seems like such a tragedy, but Al is triumphant, exalted. And he is saying over and over, I can help you so much more now. I couldn't believe the avenues that are now open to me to help
Oh
you.
my gosh, he's in hell. What are you talking about? He murdered everybody and attempted murdered. He's just a floating angel There's no way you think that. How are you? Why are you crying?
You help Mel, help with the children. This is my next step of my mission, to help you all from this side in a powerful, protective way. Ways that I could not even imagine. That's what he's saying. I will, he said. Frankly, I will. Fear not. I am with you. Sharing that it was the Savior himself who told him it was well done. You can now move forward and continue your mission.
This is not a game. This is not a game. You went against every single biblical teaching that you possibly could, and you think he is up there and ready to move forward with his next part of his mission. You're evildoer, Alex. The one that was as sick as it gets. Your absolute hitman fall guy. It gets to help you more.
You hardly got a break. I don't think you got a life review, which is probably fine with it.
I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel fucking an ounce of bad for you. None.
But he is at work. He is already on the job helping us. I bless you, Mel, with physical strength, healing. Your body can feel mended and whole. Bless you emotionally. I lock down any anxiety emotions, your anxiety gene. I put it aside and lock it down. We can
What are you locking? Will you lock it? You have the power to lock anxiety? Who gave you that authority?
This struggle. I bless you spiritually that your knowledge of the gospel and its fullness is strengthened, and you know it is true. And again, I bless you to continue to just have that faith. You are a powerful man. You're on the Lord's team.
He's recording you. I can't get over that part.
I know you're struggling with your ex-wife and those kind of issues, but the Lord is with you more than you ever believe. He's right there. In that room, there are dozens of angels who are eager for you to succeed. You will. I bless you with the ability to communicate with us more regularly. We'll figure out ways to do so. Stay in touch to strengthen each other and bless each other. And now turn it over to Lily to add a few more words to this blessing.
Melanie, Ian, we're so grateful for you as people.
Oh, shut the hell up, Lori. Don't jump in here. Oh, gosh. I got to suffer through both of you absolute morons.
Powerful warriors on our team. Our team has been dwindling.
Here comes a fake fucking tears.
Of all the people that we've trusted, that we can count on you to be valiant, faithful warriors. I'm so proud of you, so grateful for you, and love you so much. I've seen and know that you have great missions ahead of you, that you will be in New Jerusalem with all of your children. You will be happy there, and you will go from there. You will be given assignments directly from Jesus Christ.
You're making it all up as you say it. You're just making it up.
On assignment, and you will go rescue lots of children. You'll see Melanie being in charge of how the children being brought back will be distributed and helped and loved. And she didn't think she liked that job, but she is going to love that job. It's something that she is great at, organizing and helping and loving all those children. You will both have the opportunity to love so many children and help so many children.
You killed your own. Oh my gosh. You are all gonna love these children, but you're all know about the murdered children.
In this lifetime, we are grateful for you being strong. It's been hard.
So grateful for you being strong, and you're so hard. You're hard as they get.
Endow you with power at this time to have that strength during this time of sorrow. We sorrow for ourselves because we'll miss our friend and buddy, but we do not sorrow for him, for he is powerful and glorious at this.
You guys are fucking idiots. I don't feel bad for any of you. Not even in the slightest bit do I feel empathy, sympathy, anything for you. because you treated children and all these people as less than human, but your fucking psychopath uncle/brother is a valiant, good person, and we miss our good friend. He did such a good job down here. Okay.
Very moment is more powerful to help us in this celestial world as we move swiftly and quickly into the terrestrial world. As we are destined on that course, the Lord is coming soon, and we are his warriors that are cleaning and purifying the earth and preparing it for his coming. He has asked us to do so on this errand, and you are both a part of that number one team.
Number one team. That's what you guys are all on, is the number one team.
It's our job, and we will do it. And he will come and rule and reign in majesty of power and might, and everything will be glorious, and there will be no more tears, and there will be no more pain. And I promise that you will be there by his side, as will we. You were destined for this. You were born for this. You have been prepared for this. Do not doubt. Do not fear. Have great faith and go along each day knowing that the Lord is aware of both of your situations.
See that manipulation right there? Perfect example of manipulation. Do not doubt. Don't worry. Don't think about it. Don't even ask about it. This is your job. This is what you're doing. Just do it. Don't worry about it. You've got purpose. You've got it. Just don't think about it. Don't question it. That's all doubt. You should ask questions. Who shouldn't ask a question? Should you go to school and never ask a question? Should you go to a new job and never ask a question? Should you do anything in your life without asking questions if you have them? No. Why would it be any different when it comes to spiritual stuff? You should be asking yourself, what the hell am I believing? What am I thinking?
His hand is in it. You will send his angels, including Alex, his wonderful warrior, to clear the way that you will be reunited with the children, and it will be a glorious reunion.
Reunited with the children. What does that mean? What children are you going to be reunited with? That says it right there. That tells you right there that the kids are gone and they're going to be reunited, because what did they just say? Alex is dead, so he's going to come back and we'll be reunited with the children. That means the children are dead. It's right here in this recording.
Do not doubt. Call down angels to surround you at all times, legions of angels that we have in our charge that will be round about you at all times, that they may help you feel peace and comfort as you go on about your daily celestial tasks that you must do. And remember, you will be reunited, and it will be glorious, and it will be soon.
I'll seal up this blessing.
Shut up.
Both of you, seal it up in heaven. The angels will not leave you desolate this evening. You'll feel them throughout the night and into tomorrow, and guide you in every step. We do this all in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Sew your fucking mouth shut, nerd.
You're welcome.
Why would you take?
And pausing there.
Oh,
at
you're welcome.
1917. Mr. Pawlowski, we talked before that you were open to these ideas for a brief period of time.
Yes.
When these recordings were made, were you still open to these ideas?
No.
In that, excuse me, in that blessing again, did you hear reference to removing weapons?
Yes.
And removing curses?
Yes.
Cutting negative cords?
Yes.
And again, is that something that you'd ever heard in religious teachings prior to this group?
No. Removing curses had been something that I'd heard about, but cords and weapons I had not.
And had you heard about it in the context that Chad and Lori talked about it?
Yes.
And these are 2 calls. When you were recording the calls, were there any other times that Chad and Lori were on any calls?
You'd have to refresh my memory. There's I believe there were, I want to say there were 9 recordings that I made, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I believe so, around 9.
And I don't remember all of them. You know, if you were to play them for me, I could absolutely identify them, but
You'd be able to. In the times that you would have conversations with Chad and Lori, was it common for Chad to offer up a blessing?
Yeah.
Did you have very many interactions with Chad where a blessing wasn't given?
No.
Was that something that you were used to within standard religious teachings?
no.
And continuing on from that 1917.
No, what did you talk to Julie about?
Julie?
About Al's witness, what is she planning on doing, do you know?
She called me first. I was like, well, what did mom and dad say? And she said, I just called you first.
Shut the fuck up. What did mom and dad say? You are all mentally ill. It's mental illness. I'm not even kidding when I say this. This is mental illness.
She said, I don't know what he would want. And I said, he just didn't care about anything in this world. He just wanted his guitar out of his house. He didn't want anything. And so I said he probably would want to just have it be simple and cheap, like be cremated. And I said, you know, talk to dad. Dad knows how to do all that stuff since he was a sexton.
And when we hear Melanie refer to mom and dad, do you know who she's referencing?
Who called her though? Julie Rowe? Who called Melanie?
Then she talks about dad being familiar with that. Do you know who that dad is?
Yes, that's Chad.
Right.
Yeah, that would be the best way. I think a lot like Charles, just simple.
Fuck
But
you.
not at all like
Fuck you, Chad.
Charles.
Well,
Fuck you, Melanie. Is that shit funny? This is all funny? I'm gonna lose my shit on this one.
But maybe have him cremated and
Well, what are you gonna go to Arizona or can you or what do you think?
we don't know yet. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should deal with the family at all. I don't know if the police are gonna let them know or they're
Yeah.
just gonna leave it to Julie to let people know or she shouldn't even let anybody know.
Yeah, I thought of that too, that maybe it'd be better if I don't want Brandon to know. I want him to be in fear of Al the rest of his life.
Well,
My heart just dropped to my fucking stomach.
he should be more in fear of him now than
Well, what are you gonna go to Arizona?
Did
or
you
can
hear that shit? Did you hear that?
Or what do you think?
we don't know yet. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should deal with the family at all. I don't know if the police are gonna let them know or they're
Yeah.
just gonna leave it to Julie to let people know or she shouldn't even let anybody know.
Yeah, I thought of that too, that maybe it'd be better if I don't want Brandon to know. I want him to be in fear of Al the rest of his life.
Well, he
My literal fucking heart dropped through my stomach when I'm like in genuine. That was like one of the most shocking things I've ever heard. Holy crap, dude. Well, that leaves no fucking questions on the table, does it?
Well, what are you gonna go to Arizona or can you or what do you think?
we don't know yet. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should deal with the family at all. I don't know if the police are gonna let them know or they're
Yeah.
just gonna leave it to Julie to let people know or she shouldn't even let anybody know.
Yeah, I thought of that too, that maybe it'd be better if I don't want Brandon to know. I want him to be in fear of Al the rest of his life.
Well, he should be more in fear of him now than he ever has been. I'm sure
Yeah.
he's number one on his list.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do with myself right now. This is I'm like my stomach dropped, bro. I feel like I could cry. Like I genuinely feel like I could cry right now. My stomach dropped out of my butt. I cannot believe this group.
I just felt so much peace during that blessing. I felt so much peace during that blessing that like Al's like gonna be with Breezy and Braxton and
Shut the fuck up. Fuck all of you. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. You want someone to be in fear for the rest of their life because you sent Alex at Brandon to kill him and he missed and now he's dead and you don't want Brandon to know so that way he can be afraid of Alex for the rest of his life? And now now Brandon should be even more scared. You know how you know they don't fucking believe that the person's possessed? They still call them by their first name. What does she mean by that, by the way? Hold on. What? Oh, this is... Oh my gosh, that shocked me. That shit really shocked me.
I know. I want him to be in fear of Al the rest of his life.
Well, he should be more in fear of him now than he ever has been. I'm sure he's number one on his list.
Yeah, I just felt so much peace during that blessing. I felt so much peace during that blessing that like Al's like gonna be with Breezy and Braxton. And
Alex, who's dead's going to be with Breezy and Braxton. I don't know what to do right now. Alex is dead. So there's only one reason she'd say that, is that she believes that Alex is going up to be with their spirits.
And I'm going to pause there at 2056. Did you hear conversation there about Chad and Lori, whether they were going to travel to Arizona?
Yes.
Do you know why Melanie was wondering if they were going to go to Arizona?
Because her kids are in Arizona.
Do you know if Alex's services would have been in Arizona?
That's where Dilemma lived, so that was the most appropriate location.
And then moving forward. And going to 2237.
so I don't
So
know.
I was telling Al that Tammy, I don't remember if we told you this, but Tammy was here the other day and said how the Rexburg police are ridiculous. And she told me that.
I just feel like I want to have a wave of fucking crying, bro. This is almost beyond too much. Did you hear how fast we jumped from laughing at Charles's ashes to now thinking that Alex wants to have his ashes to Alex wanting Alex to be, or for Brandon to be afraid of Alex for the rest of his life. And then from that to Alex's dead spirit is now with her two kids. And then goes from that to Tammy is visiting and talking about how evil the police are. This is one conversation that was recorded. One. And it's been 2 minutes of actual call time. I don't even know what to fucking say. I really don't know how to even process that many. Oh my gosh. And Chad is right there on the phone. What are you going to say to that, Pryor? What are you going to say to that? He's right there, chiming in whenever he wants.
As
We know already.
converse with her. And then Al was laughing at that so hard, so I'm like, he's going to be handling the police from now on.
Yeah, he can handle Hermosillo.
You think that even if Alex could come back in spirit, that Ray would not grab him by the spiritual throat and tear him to shreds? Even in the spirit realm. You guys seen Insidious? Try fucking with Ray. See what happens.
I was so upset though because they still have all my stuff and like I don't care about my things, but I have a hard drive that has all my pictures on it, and I'm just frustrated with them. Like they have no reason to even keep it. But
They don't, but they're just corrupt. So
so
they're just
are
going to.
they the ones tracking my phone, or is it Brandon, or both?
That's Rexburg.
Yeah, they are checking you.
I'm going to pause at 2330. Mr. Pawlowski, did you hear a reference to the name Tammy?
Yes.
Do you know who they were referencing?
Tammy Daybell.
Do you know at this point in time if Tammy was alive or not?
She was not.
And Melanie's inquiring again about her phone being tracked. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Did you hear Chad's response as to who's tracking her phone?
Rexburg.
And is that in reference to Rexburg Police Department?
Yes.
Continuing on at 23:30.
Just have
Holy.
faith that we'll get all of that back for you.
Yeah, I don't care.
What are you gonna do? Walk in the police station and get her stuff back after the world ends?
I just didn't know if I needed to call them and get it back, or if I should. If they call me and say they want to give it back to me, they're gonna do what they did last time and just corner me in a room for hours.
You should be cornered in a fucking room. You should be cornered in a fucking room. Oh.
Again, it'll start the circus over.
So just avoid them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Al's passing is kind of a marker for us all to just move forward. Trust in the Lord. I feel bad.
I'm going to pause at 24:07. From that conversation, does it sound like Melanie had talked to the police before?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And does it appear that Chad's encouraging her to speak to the police again?
It's not.
Is he encouraging her to avoid them?
Yes.
And then Chad makes reference to with Al's passing, basically it's a chance to move forward.
Right.
Did you hear that in there?
Yes.
Continuing on from 24:07.
If I was Ian, I don't know how I could possibly have kept a straight face. I couldn't have done it. I would have screamed at the top of my lungs.
Those items are still at that police station, but hopefully soon we can just get them back for you.
They told us they were going to give us all of our stuff back from Charles too, and they've never given it back to us. They have no intention of giving it back.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I feel like if he comes to try to talk to me, like I'll just be shut down. I'll just be like, look, like I just lost my uncle. I don't want to, like I'm not talking about anything. You know?
Yeah, I don't have anything to say.
I don't have anything. I already said everything, and just leave me the
No, you didn't.
alone and give me my
Leave you
stuff
the
back or
freak
don't.
alone. Leave you the freak alone. Yeah, exactly. You knew what the hell this was.
But just don't talk to me. So.
Right.
But we're gonna stay here in our little apartment here in 174.
Okay,
And
we'll protect it. Also,
Fucking how are you gonna do that? That's you. Protecting shit. This is you. Just throw it out there. Magical, mystical. Dumbass. Fuck you.
we could probably, it's the same landlord as the 175.
Yeah, it is.
So you could maybe email her or something and tell her that Al passed away and so he's not going to be doing the lease anymore or
I
whatever.
think he just put in his 30 days.
He already did?
I think he already did, but I should let her know.
Yeah, just so.
This is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Want to do with that stuff, give it away or whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
We don't care about anything in there.
Yeah, Al wanted me to just call DI and see if they'd come take all the stuff in the house, but I don't know if they'll do that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Goodwill maybe would, I don't know.
Okay. You guys don't want anything out of there?
Nope.
I wonder if Zuli does.
I'm pausing at 25:43.
Oh, Zuli. Oh, our little group. We've been through so much. We've been through hell. It's been hell for us. I hate having to deal with these people. The fact that this even exists, I cannot wrap my head around it. I cannot.
Did you hear Melanie inquire if Chad and Lori want any of Alex's belongings?
Yes.
And did you hear Lori's response?
They don't want anything.
And this is the same day that Lori's brother had passed away?
I believe it was the day after that this recording was made.
May have been the day after. And she wanted nothing of his.
Right.
Continuing on from 25:43.
We just took his swords and his guitar and all his like musical stuff. That's what he wanted. And
Right.
so
By the way, Lori is the most unsentimental human being. I've told you guys this story before, but when we moved from Arizona to Hawaii, she didn't take the time to sell anything or do anything. So she ordered one of those giant trash cans from the city, like the huge ones that they bring and like will bring to a construction site. And we filled it up with furniture and stuff. And she did the same thing. We moved from from Texas to Arizona, and basically she couldn't care less. I don't have any family pictures, just so we're all aware. Nothing. She is so unsentimental to the fact where I have not anything. There's no photo albums, no, first grade pictures. I mean, nothing. Zero. I mean, anything. I have none of anything from my childhood. So that's just who she was always, which just kind of speaks to her character, is how she is so disassociated from anything. You know what I mean? Like, she never had that. She never wanted to keep anything or have anything sentimental of any kind. So that should have spoke volumes, but I didn't know that wasn't normal, I guess.
The Band Hero and the Xbox 360. I hope you already have it.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, no, you got to get the fucking Band Hero in the Xbox 360. That's important as it gets. Swords and guitars and the Xbox. Got to have that.
So yeah, I don't care about anything in the house. So
Hey, is this your number?
this is the number we're using today, but we might text you from a different number tomorrow.
Okay, well,
This is the phone we were talking to Al on when all that happened, and they went to search the house, so they probably got his phone.
yeah, well, you have my number, and I feel like it'll be, I don't know, I feel really safe with this phone. Like, I set it up really carefully with, so.
Yeah.
Why would
Good,
you
man.
need
We have
that,
your
Melanie? Why would you need a fucking phone that you can't track or anything like that? Like, all of it. All of this is screaming red flags.
number. I wrote it down on a piece of paper so that way I can call you.
Okay. Maybe I can give you Ian's number or something, but you can always call me through Zuli or something too. So.
Right.
And Zulema's just as guilty. Hear this shit? They're still all together.
I'm going to deposit 2650. There was talk in there of Chad and Lori maybe changing their phone number. Did you hear that?
Yes.
I
Did you-
haven't heard barely one objection. I wonder why.
Learn whether or not it was common for them to change their phone numbers.
Yeah, they went through quite a few burner phones.
Did Melanie always have access to that information?
Not always.
Did she sometimes have to rely on them to reach out to her?
Yes.
Did she always make sure they had a way to reach her?
Yes.
Continuing on at 2650.
Yeah, we'll just send a password. What word would you recommend just to let you know it's us?
Fucking
So-
passwords.
We were using Pretty Bird if it means your phone is not safe or the cops have your phone. And then we were using
I'm going crazy. She's so deep into this shit.
Not Happy Bob if it's safe. Is that if it's safe to call?
Safe, yeah.
So, but the police have seen
Not Happy Bob. Just out of nowhere. Middle of the day, you get a new number, a new text from someone else. Pretty Bird. Pretty Bird. What is this? Freaking Dumb and Dumber? You guys seen Dumb and Dumber? That's where that's from. Not Happy Bob. Not Happy Bob. Not Happy Bob is Incredibles. These fuckers use all kinds of movie references, and I'll track them down quicker than a hurry. That's what it is. Not Happy Bob is from The Incredibles, and Pretty Bird is from Dumb and Dumber. Tell me I'm wrong.
those text messages, so they might be onto that. So
Come up with something
let's
that-
say Jamie Powell.
Jamie Powell? Jamie Powell's from Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Jamie Powell. If it's like good, if it's you and it's good, it's safe to call, and if it's not safe to call, then we'll say, "Daddy, we're down."
Daddy, we're down. Just Friends. Another reference.
Jamie Powell, Daddy, we're down. That's fine.
I'm stopping at 2744. There's talk there of some code
I told
words.
you guys with the frickin' the pop culture is crazy.
You hear that in there?
Yes.
Do you know why the code words were necessary or why they wanted to have those?
They wanted to be sure that whatever phone they were using to communicate was not being tracked by the police.
Harry took care of it. Freaking Ray. It's all code.
And moving to 2929.
Everything's going to be different. But Al set it up that I had Chad and you got Ian just before he left. He had to have us both protected because he was our protector.
Your protector. And now you've got Chad. Oh, good thing you've got Chad. He's gonna protect you through the night. I'm sure he couldn't fucking get a bee to get away from you.
And he couldn't go until that mission was accomplished. So I'm
But
so
he
grateful
loves
that you have
Julie.
Ian. Yeah, don't ruin it with Ian. Be not.
Gonna stop at
Don't ruin it with Ian.
2955. In there, did you hear the reference to Al being a protector?
Yes.
Do you know who designated Al the protector?
I don't
Judge, I'm going to
specifically.
object unless there's some foundation.
I'm asking if he knows.
Overruled.
Yeah, shut up.
I don't know.
Bear.
And moving to 3001.
She's not going to run me off.
That's good poker
Sure.
face, Ian. I'll give you that.
Need to talk to Dad. Here I am.
There you go.
Oh yeah, come talk to
Did you
daddy.
hear someone on there saying, ever need to talk to Dad? Here I am.
Yes,
And who's saying that?
Chad.
Do you know who he's saying that to?
Me.
At any point, had you referred to Chad as Dad?
I may have. I'm sure.
No. This just can't. You can't get worse than this.
I'm pretty sure I'd kind of taken that up and just, in support of Melanie and how she looked to him.
Did you look to Chad as a dad?
No.
Did you look to Chad for advice?
No.
Moving to 3107.
If you have any feelings like I shouldn't go there, then just let me know. But otherwise, you could probably leave tomorrow and just drive. I don't feel safe flying, so
Yeah, no,
After the-
flying is way scarier.
the police incident.
Yeah.
You know why she doesn't want to fly? Is because if she lands somewhere else, they can just come and get her from the airport. How much you want to bet?
I'm not getting a yes or no yet. We just need to see what's transpiring with her, but then we'll talk and decide.
Well, go get the pendulum and then you'll get an answer.
Okay.
I don't get up and pulled out of there at 6 a.m. or anything.
Okay. I'll just wait to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stopping at 3145. Do you know where Melanie was planning on going in that conversation?
I do not remember.
Did you hear her inquiring of Chad for advice?
Yes.
And did you hear Chad's responses to her?
Yes.
And did Chad ultimately direct her to wait to hear from him?
Yes.
And again, was it common for Melanie to turn to Chad for advice and counsel?
Yes.
Not what
I
she
may
said
have just a
yesterday.
moment.
Yes.
When we listened to her testimony, she acted like she barely knew Chad. Didn't even barely know this motherfucker. Never talked to him. Barely knew what he was doing. Didn't, talk to him. Fucking next day, just phone call after phone call of just that tip of the iceberg. Oh my gosh.
I have no further questions.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to suggest we take our mid-afternoon recess at this time. We'll go ahead and take about 20 minutes. And I do briefly want to discuss an issue just with council in a sidebar. So we'll do that now.
I love the judge, by the way. He's such a nice guy.
Mr. Quire, Ms. Pryor, you can start with your cross-examination.
Mr. Quire.
Whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, Mr. Pawlowski. My understanding is that your marriage to Melanie was when?
November 30th, 2019.
They all got married in November. It's weird.
And prior to Melanie moving to Idaho, you hadn't met her before, is that right?
Correct.
And Melanie moved to Idaho in late November?
It was mid-October, I believe.
Okay. But you met Melanie through a LDS site, is that right, on about the 19th of November?
Dating app, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
get off that app.
The 19th of November, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So from
Hold
the
on,
19th of November.
hold on. You met on the 19th of November and got married on the 30th? No. 19th of November and married by the 30th.
2019 to the 30th of November of 2019, your courtship was about 11 or 12 days. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And then you decided
Man, gosh dang, bro. Come on now.
to get married after the 11 or 12 days. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. That's not particularly unusual in the LDS faith, is it? Early or quicker marriages, correct?
I'd say it's faster than most LDS marriages.
Okay. But for the most part, it's not unusually that
He's
Objection,
smiling.
Your Honor.
This son of a bitch is up here smiling.
Or asked and answered.
Sustain.
and you met Chad for the first time on November 23rd, 2019?
Yes.
Okay. And you talked about all of these discussions with Chad. Other than November 23rd of 2019, isn't it true you never spoke to him face to face again until after that time?
Correct. I only met him in person on the 23rd of November.
And the only other contact you would have with Chad Daybell were these 9 recordings that you recorded. Is that fair?
There was one additional contact where I called and spoke with him and Lori directly.
When was that?
That was on November, I want to say it was the night of Thanksgiving, probably the 24th or 25th of November, 2019.
It couldn't have been because November that year Thanksgiving was on the 28th because on the 27th the police came to my door and the next day was Thanksgiving. So that's not possible.
Were they on vacation somewhere at that point?
I don't know where they were.
Yeah. Was that a lengthy phone call?
It was probably about 45 minutes.
Okay. 4 to 5 or 45?
45, 4 or 5.
Okay. Now, in regards to your wife and Alex Cox, did they have frequent phone contact?
They spoke pretty regularly for the short time that I knew Alex.
And how would you define frequently?
Every other day, every 2 or 3 days.
Okay. And was that by phone call or was that by text message or was it by some other medium?
Phone call and text.
Okay.
Mind you that they weren't even close that I ever saw all the way up until this point, including with Lori. It's very weird that out of nowhere you guys just get as tight as a circle as possible and all start believing these religious things. Just really weird.
And you heard on the tape recording, I believe it was a second tape recording where either Lori or Melanie defined Alex as their protector. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. And you're aware of some of the allegations regarding your wife and Alex and Brandon Boudreaux. Is that right?
I'm aware.
Okay. And in that situation, do you disagree that maybe Alex was Melanie's protector on that day?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation.
Overruled.
I believe that Al was not acting as a protector.
Alex was not acting as a protector?
If he had her best interest in mind, he would not have done that.
Okay. All right.
He did that because they agreed to it.
But you could perceive where Alex felt he was being the protector on that day when he takes a pot shot at Brandon Boudreaux, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you're also aware of Charles Vallow, correct?
Yes.
And you're aware that Alex is accused of murdering Charles Vallow at close range. And are you aware that Chad Daybell is not implicated in that?
I was not.
Okay. But you're aware that Alex was implicated in that, correct?
Yes.
And the victim in that case, Charles Vallow, was Lori Vallow's husband, correct?
Yes.
So once again, Alex was the protector of Lori in that situation, right? Just like he was the protector of your wife with Brandon Boudreaux, correct?
Objection, Your Honor, counsel's testifying.
Sustained.
Move to strike.
Strike that answer. Or I'm sorry, the question.
Okay. Did you ever get any information that your wife was a suspect in this case?
No.
Okay. Your wife lived close.
So how are you going to flip this around when Chad was on those phone calls doing what he was doing, saying what he was saying? How you just like, we're just going to pretend that didn't happen, right?
Proximity to Lori Vallow, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And would you say that your wife was, and Lori were as far as relatives, as close as relatives could get?
Yes.
Okay. There was a mention of your wife being in the ER tonight. What was that all about?
She was suffering a medical condition that was causing her a lot of pain.
Okay.
And we went to the ER to sort it out.
What was it called? Stupiditis?
Mr. Pryor, I apologize to interrupt. I want to have a quick sidebar with counsel. Quick issue taken up outside the presence of the jurors. We're not going to take a break necessarily. If they could just line up outside the hall, this should be very quick, and then we'll go back on after I address that outside of the jurors' presence.
Yes, sir. All right, please.
All right, thank you. Please be seated.
He even folds his arms like a T-Rex.
All right, counsel, the court was advised of something that concerned me during the testimony of this witness, nothing that you did, Mr. Pawlowski, but I do have a concern. Mr. Pawlowski has counsel here in the courtroom. The attorney that's here representing Mr. Pawlowski, I'm going to have him exit the courtroom at this time. If the marshals please assist him out of the courtroom, and he's not going to be permitted to remain through the testimony of this witness. Mr. Pryor, if you want to briefly inquire on the issue we raised on the sidebar, you may do that outside of the presence of the jurors, just as to whether or not there was any case for the jurors. We'll go ahead and have the jurors brought back in. It was just something the court observed. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Mr. Pawlowski, you mentioned Melanie Gibb.
Yes.
Did you have an occasion to get to meet Melanie Gibb?
No.
Okay. Now,
here, don't do it. It can't be true. It cannot be true.
You understand there were discussions around the 23rd of November about the disappearance of 2 children by the Rexburg Police Department. Were you aware of that?
Yes. At the time, well, can you give me some context on timing?
November 23rd, 2019?
Right, but as far as when I would have learned about it.
Well, you were aware that on that date, the police were looking for JJ Vallow. Is that correct?
Yes, I learned that later. Yeah.
Learned that later. Okay. And you went and had contact with the police the first time when?
December 5th or 6th, I believe.
Okay. And that contact,
Brandon,
at the time of that contact,
tell me this is not true. Tell me that he does not turn this into Gib. It cannot seriously somehow turn back into her. Like, I'm not a lawyer, but there's just no feasible reason that you could even bring her up right now.
were you aware that on November 5th or 6th, Melanie Gibb had not gone to the police to tell them?
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Her side of the story?
I had not.
Do you recall on the tape recording, the first tape recording 266A, where there was a discussion that there's only a chance Melanie's going to do this, or there's a chance that she's not going to do this?
Right. Yes.
And that was in reference to whether or not she was going to the police and tell them the truth, correct?
Right.
And that recording took place with you on what day, sir?
That was December 6th or 7th.
Okay, so on December 6th or 7th, would it be safe to assume that at that point, Melanie Gibb had not gone to the police about the whereabouts of JJ?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation. I think the recording speaks for itself.
Sustained.
So the personal knowledge you have is that you don't know at that point if Melanie had gone to the police.
I cannot believe it.
Correct.
Okay. But there was a discussion about whether she was going to do that on the 5th or 6th, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
The freaking Gib fetish continues.
Now was there ever an occasion where the police asked to look at your wife Melanie Pawlowski's phone?
The only occasion I recall is when I was there at the police station, they were tracking her location.
Okay, they were tracking her location then.
Right.
Okay. There is some reference to the name Hermosillo.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that one of the police officers that you interviewed with on the 6th or 7th?
Yes.
And that Hermosillo is who?
He's currently lieutenant at the
He doesn't just have a crush on her. He would drink her bathwater at this point. This is next level obsession. It is so out of pocket because Gib is as the most out of the entire hour and a half you and I just listened to then go back to the one point and make it about Gib after everything that was said is just ludicrous.
For police department at the time, he was a detective.
Okay, but that's Lieutenant Ray Hermosillo?
Correct.
Okay. And your wife on one of the recordings, I think it's at 3326, mentions that Hermosillo is raged. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay, he's yelling at me. Remember that?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The police were harassing her?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation.
Overruled.
Did you recall her saying the police were harassing her?
Objection, Your Honor, misstates the audio.
Sustained.
Do you recall her something saying not going to stop until they get what they want?
Yes.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Now, at any time, did Lori Vallow tell you or Melanie that this was all about a custody fight over the children with Larry and Kay Woodcock?
There were never any details discussed as to why it was happening.
Okay. So in other words, they didn't tell you that it was one issue or another, just that they weren't going to disclose where the children were, correct?
Correct.
And when they say they weren't, they meant Melanie and Lori and Alex, correct?
No.
Well, Chad never told you that the children were dead, correct?
No.
Chad never told you that the plan was that he was going to kill the children, correct?
That would be foolish. But
Okay.
no, he didn't.
Okay. Chad never discussed in any of these 9 or 10 recordings that you made that his intent was to murder anybody, correct?
Correct.
And during the discussion, there was a talk about getting out of, was it Madison County?
Rexburg.
Rexburg's Madison County, right?
Correct.
Okay. And there was discussion, I heard references to Idaho Falls.
Yes.
And you would know better than I would, but Idaho Falls is about a half hour south of Rexburg.
Correct.
So it wasn't that they were saying run away and hide. Isn't it true they were saying get out of Madison County because it's a dirty county?
That's what they were implying.
It's a dirty county. What are we talking about? It's a dirty county. That's why you had to leave. Oh, no, that place is dirty. You got to get out of there. It's dirty. Strawberry Wine said, swear jar fun. Love you and fam. Love you too. Appreciate you.
Do you know who the
Today might be one of the most I've ever gone off, but I honestly will say this is one of the most shocked I've ever been.
prosecutor is in Madison County?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance argumentative. Move to strike.
Thank you.
Sustained.
Thank
Strike the
you.
Answer or the question.
But the theme of this was that they felt that that Melanie and Lori and Alex felt that the police department were corrupt in Madison County. Is that right?
Objection, Your Honor. Misstates the audio.
Sustained.
You're getting walked. Prior.
There's a discussion about Cain, and you recall that. You gave an explanation for that, correct?
Yes.
And they were talking about Cain being, well, I'll ask it this way. Were they talking about these Cain figures being the police in Madison County?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever heard the term fundamental Mormon?
Yes.
What is your definition of a fundamental Mormon?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Sustained.
Get him. Get him, Miss Blake.
There's discussions about castings.
Yes.
And you mentioned that in some context, castings are consistent with the LDS faith.
Yes.
And in fact, there's references, and I just forgot his Newell. Was that one of the subjects where there was a casting performed by Joseph Smith? Do you recall that?
I don't.
Okay.
Mule.
So the idea of having a casting is not something that's new or unique to the LDS faith. Is that right?
No.
And when we have a casting, what are we talking about specifically?
The idea of a casting is to remove remove evil from someone.
Okay. And if you're someone in your faith and removing evil from someone or a spirit from someone in your faith as part of the LDS faith, that doesn't mean that the person dies at the
It's
end
not
of that
LDS, and you fucking know that.
casting, does it?
No.
In fact, in your faith, if you perform a casting on someone, the human part flourishes and moves on, and the evil spirit is extracted from that person, correct?
That's what's hoped. Yes.
And that's part of your faith as an LDS person, correct?
I've begun to separate myself from pretty much all religion at this point.
Okay. Now, we talked a little bit about the three kingdoms in the LDS faith. And could you talk to me about what the three kingdoms are that you were referencing in the LDS faith?
Yes. So the celestial kingdom would be the fullness of glory.
All right, hold it. You're going to go quick for me, so we got to slow down. And
Okay.
let's do one at a time, if that's
Sure.
okay. Celestial kingdom is what?
That's where you would receive all of the blessings promised. It's a fullness of glory. That's the highest attainable reward.
And then when you're in the celestial kingdom, where are you?
You're living with God in heaven.
Okay. And then before you get there, what's the next one?
It would be the terrestrial.
It's
And
not
what is that
before you
one?
get there, and you wouldn't go from kingdom. It's not a leveling up thing. It's like a eternal position. I don't know.
It's a paradise, and if you were to compare it to Earth, it would be a paradise,
Okay.
basically. And
Kinda-
also heaven, just a lesser version of heaven.
So, and I'm not trying to minimize this. I'm trying to understand this. So it's a halfway point between being with God and halfway between somewhere, correct?
Right.
And then before you get to the halfway point, what's the first one?
Celestial
And where are people in the celestial?
on Earth.
Okay. So there are three kingdoms.
You could literally Google this if you wanted to understand it. The fact that you're doing it here and now is just to confuse everybody.
start with the celestial, and that's most of us.
Right.
Or it's hopefully most of us, right?
So celestial would be your earthly kingdom. Terrestrial is halfway between here and there. The celestial kingdom, and celestial is the highest.
And what do you have to do to get from one to the next one?
Just keep the commandments, live in accordance with God's law, take out covenants in the temple. And just live and then uphold those covenants as you live through your life.
Live a good life.
Yep.
Okay. And when you say obey the commandments, you're not going to reach the celestial kingdom if you violate any of the commandments, right?
Correct.
Or you'll have to make some sort of can you do something to solve if you violate one of the commandments? Is there something you can do to fix that before you get there?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Sustained.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gosh, it's not
Okay.
important at all.
Now,
to
you talked a
anything
little
that's
bit about
happened.
the 144,000, right?
Yes.
Dude, no, this is gonna, I'm gonna lose my mind with this. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's just talking in absolute circles to confuse the witness. And then he's at the end of the time, he's gonna throw in this aggressive line of questioning while he turns his head and says a bunch of stupid stuff. Cause this has nothing to do with what we just talked about. When he finishes his point, it never goes anywhere.
And again, that's referenced in a number of biblical references, correct?
Right.
Yeah. And that's the people who are here, who move on when the second coming of
It depends on who you're talking to.
Okay.
My understanding of the 144,000 is a group of chosen people that will herald in the second coming.
Okay. So isn't it true? It's not that Chad was saying he was leading the 144,000. He just felt he was part of the 144,000.
Objection, Your Honor. Misstates the prior testimony.
Sustained.
Isn't it true that Chad was helping to gather the 144,000 and that he didn't believe he was leading the 144,000?
Objection, Your Honor. Misstates the prior testimony.
Sustained.
Is it possible that Chad was conveying to you that he was going to be part of the 144,000 and that he was not leading the 144,000?
Objection, Your Honor. Misstates the prior testimony. Asked and answered.
Overruled.
Isn't it true?
The understanding that I had is he had taken a leadership role in gathering 144,000.
And Chad never said that he was going to take over the Lord's role, right?
There was I can't remember if it was specifically with him or not. There was some discussion about that, but I don't remember hearing that specifically from Chad. No.
Okay. There was some reference at about 2650 on the second tape. We were using Purdy Bird, or what was that about?
Code words?
Yeah. What was that about?
So there were a lot of burner phones that were being purchased and used,
okay.
And to avoid using a compromised burner phone, code words were used.
But Melanie also said we were using in reference to some email communication, implying that both you and her were using that to communicate with Lori and Alex. Do you have any recollection of that?
I don't remember any email communication where that was used.
Okay. And you would say that Melanie's view of Chad and Lori was more of a mother and fatherly relationship. Would that be fair?
Yes.
It's not just fair. She said they referenced themselves as mommy and daddy.
Not necessarily a religious leader of her, more of a fatherly, motherly figure, correct?
No, I'd say both.
Okay. And during the tape, I heard, and this was Lori Vallow saying that she was talking to Tammy.
Yes.
And that was Tammy Daybell?
Yes.
Did she happen to mention how she was talking to Tammy?
She did not.
Okay. The other issue is that there was some discussion about Alex wanting certain people to have some of his items.
Yeah.
Correct?
He wanted his, well, I don't remember specifically.
It's okay.
You have to refresh me.
It's something about a guitar.
Yeah.
Xbox.
Yep.
And some other miscellaneous things.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So was it your understanding that Alex knew that he was going to be passing away?
No.
Okay.
What is your fucking point? You are putting me to sleep. I've lost every ounce of energy that I even had because this is so tedious and ridiculous and out of scope and means what? Where are you going?
Are you aware of the circumstances in which Alex Cox passed away?
Yes.
And what is your understanding of why Alex Cox passed away?
He suffered a pulmonary edema.
Okay. He had some health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Natural causes then.
Yeah.
Did Alex ever display to you or discuss with you the fact that he was aware that he had this pulmonary edema?
No.
This was a sudden situation that came on without any notice. Would that be fair?
There was a point where Chad and Lori contacted Melanie and stated before Alex died that there would be a powerful spiritual attack.
Okay. But you're saying that at least in your mind, there was no powerful spiritual attack. He died of a pulmonary edema, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But
again, the question was that you had no knowledge of any of Alex's health issues before that you were aware. You and Melanie weren't aware that Alex had any health issues before he suffers this pulmonary edema. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. There was some discussion that I heard about vibrations. Do you understand this vibration stuff?
Basically in the same context that, an energy worker or some, you see somebody walking around with crystals or, that kind of thing would talk about vibrations, just an aura or anything like that. That's my understanding of it. I never heard a whole lot of it outside of that.
Okay. So it's not something that, at least in your mind, is mainstream as part of your religion.
Not at all.
It's something that would be outside of your religion if someone was doing energy work. So if someone's saying they're LDS and I do energy work, would it be fair to say they might be a little misguided?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation.
Sustain.
Okay.
Yes, I would say so. It has nothing
And if
to
I could
do
just have a moment,
with
Judge,
LDS religion at all.
may I?
Yes.
That's its own thing. The crystals, that whole thing, that's its own separate thing. As far as like being, it's not a biblical thing. So yeah, it would be its own thing. That's why it doesn't make sense, because if you were LDS, that would
We had the opportunity to listen to
that would confuse you.
a couple of lengthy blessings. Blessings in general are not something that's unusual within the LDS faith. Is that fair?
Yes.
People give each other blessings all the time.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean they're I'm going to use the wrong word, patriarchal blessings. I'm not talking about patriarchal blessings. I'm talking about just general blessings. It's not unusual for people within your faith to say, I'm going to give you a blessing.
Correct.
And that happens, I don't want to say frequently, but regularly.
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that it was Melanie's belief that she was being harassed by the Rexburg Police Department?
Yes.
Okay. And do you believe that it was Officer Hermosillo who was harassing Melanie Pawlowski?
Yes.
Okay.
Harassing her? Oh, you're being harassed by being asked questions about shit you know about.
There was some reference in 1917 on the second tape that your wife said something, well, we don't want to tell them that Alex died, because something about continue to let him fear for the rest of his life. Who were they talking about?
Brandon.
Brandon Boudreaux?
Correct.
So when that reference was made, your wife didn't necessarily want to tell Brandon Boudreaux that Alex died because she wanted him to be fearful of him of Alex for the rest of his life.
I don't know that she honestly felt that way. He's the father of her kids, but she had a lot of
That's
frustration.
exactly what she fucking said. What are you talking about? She didn't feel that way. She fucking laughed after she said it. You can't speculate on that. That's exactly what she said, to the T. Do not play me right now.
Toward Brandon at that time.
And the relationship with her and Brandon was...
Frustration? Are you shitting me? She wished that Brandon would be scared of Alex for the rest of his life because he took a shot at him. That's not hard feelings. That's fucking life and death. That is not even close to the same thing. Oh, I don't like you right now. That's not really the same thing.
To say the least, was a heated custody battle, was it not?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, Judge, I don't think I have anything else. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Pryor.
Stupid shit. That's not anger. That is as sick as it gets. Oh, Brandon got shot at by Alex, shot at Brandon, and I'd like for him to be afraid of Alex for the rest of his life, and then laughed. And then they said, oh no, he'll be even more scared now because Alex is
All right,
some
you can
powerful
redirect this
being.
way.
Thank you. And Mr. Pawlowski, to be clear, the recordings that were made for law enforcement, Chad and Lori are not on all of those recordings. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the two that we heard parts of today, Chad and Lori are on those recordings, correct?
Yes.
At some point, did you learn whether or not Chad and Alex had had conversations regarding the attempted shooting of Brandon?
There was a misunderstanding that I had so when Melanie and I were married on our wedding night, there was some discussion about that. Yes.
A misunderstanding? Don't backtrack this shit, bro. Stop. Stop it now. Do not backtrack and pretend like this. She did not do that.
And you were asked about your belief that Alex was the one that took the shots at Brandon. Is that what you believe?
Yes.
You were asked about your wife, Melanie, and Lori being close. Is it fair to say they were close?
Yes.
And you said it was your belief that Melanie did not move to Rexburg until sometime in October, like mid-October?
Yeah.
Is that your recollection?
So
Could it have even been later in October?
might have been November.
Are you aware that JJ and Tylee were last seen in September?
Yes.
So before your wife relocated here?
Correct.
Do you know where Melanie was living before moving to Rexburg?
She was in Chandler, Arizona.
And you were asked about the Rexburg Police Department being dark. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Do you recall Lori and Chad telling you that they were dark?
I remember the phone calls where they discussed that. Yes.
And you had gone in and met with the police on approximately December 5th. Is that your recollection?
Yes.
When you met with the police, did you learn that they were looking for JJ and Tylee?
Yes.
And there was reference on the audio, and counsel asked again about it, about Detective Hermosillo was not going to stop. Do you recall that?
Yes.
What was Detective Hermosillo doing?
Judge, I'm in objection. He doesn't have any knowledge of what
You're
Hermosillo
gonna
was doing.
objection.
Overruled.
You're
you know-
gonna objection real quick.
Know what Detective Hermosillo was doing that he wasn't going to stop?
He was investigating the whereabouts of Tylee and JJ.
So Detective Hermosillo was trying to find a missing 16-year-old. and
Judge,
a
I'm in
missing
objection.
7-year-old.
It's a leading question.
Sustained.
No, you'll never be able to convince me
Did
of
you have
anything other than the fact that he immediately was fearful on this honeymoon night of his children and his ex-wife. Why? Why? And Alex. And she waited to marry him, then tell him all that stuff. Interesting timing.
concerns for the safety or whereabouts of Tylee and JJ?
Yes.
Did the police indicate they shared those concerns?
Yes.
Did Chad ever offer to tell law enforcement where Tylee and JJ were?
Judge, I'm going to object. Lack of knowledge.
Too late, Mr. Pryor. Sorry.
Based on your conversations or conversations you were present for, did Chad ever indicate where the kids were?
Judge, objection. Lack of knowledge.
Overruled.
No, he didn't.
Did Lori ever indicate where the kids were?
No.
Do you recall in the recording where they indicated Melanie would be a target because she was the only one they knew where she was located?
Yes.
At that point, did Chad or Lori offer to do anything to assist with finding the kids?
No.
In what you learned regarding how Chad and Lori taught castings, what had to happen to the body if someone was possessed?
Judge, objection. There hasn't been sufficient foundation.
Overruled.
The idea was that if a casting failed, the body would be destroyed.
You were asked about Melanie believing that law enforcement was harassing her. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Do you know who she was talking to about law enforcement?
Chad and Lori.
Do you know who was telling her to avoid law enforcement?
Chad and Lori.
Do you know who was telling her law enforcement was dark?
Chad and Lori.
At some point, did you learn where Tylee and JJ were found?
Yes.
Where was that?
Chad's backyard.
I have no further questions.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you, Ms. Lake.
Killing that.
That
Killed
will
it.
Conclude the testimony then of Mr. Pawlowski.
All right, guys. I don't even know how to feel about today. That was something else. I don't know. I don't know what to say. We're gonna be back at it tomorrow. We'll be back at it on Thursday and Friday. I have some announcements for you guys this week that I think you'll be excited about. So just be locked in on the community tab. Other than that, thank you guys for being here. You know I love you. I do appreciate you. I know we have some new people in our community as well, so welcome, and hope you are feeling the love, because usually we are not. We're talking about things that are not this intense and are not this hard and make me this pissed off, and we don't cuss this much, I promise. So if you're new, you're just getting a lot of raw emotions. But yeah, anyway, thank you all of our mods. Appreciate you guys and love you. And we'll be back at it for the rest of this week. And like I said, some people are still saying that they're not getting notified when we post. So I just want to remind you, you have to turn your post notifications on in your app. And then you have to also, I think, sometimes do it on your phone as well. So just so you guys have that reminder in case you're not getting the videos or notified when videos go up. Other than that, love you guys. Appreciate you. And I'll see you soon.